It's the Orioles on Masson, and here in Birdland will the celebration continue. It's gone on with the first 3 games against Texas, and Oriole fans hope for a 4-game sweep to wrap up this series for the O's. Boy, what a difference a day in a series makes. So the Orioles against the Cubs couldn't do anything offensively. Then they turn it exactly 180 degrees against Texas. Now trying to pick up 4 straight against this ball club. Let's take a look at how the Orioles got to this situation. We'll start with game 1. All about pitching, yes, indeed. Chris Tillman, a run on 2 hits. He worked 6 innings, went deep. He was outstanding. Seth Smith delivered the home run. That in the 7th inning, that was the one that would win it. Dylan Bundy, he pitched 1 run, 6 innings. Chris Davis, grand slam home run in the 4th, 6 RBI game, 12-1, they win it. And then Kevin Gausman, 1 run, 4 hits, 6 innings pitched. Jonathan Scope, another big night, 2 RBI, picked up on the double. He'd come back with an RBI single. That was in the 7th inning. And Trey Mancini, with the sacks full, walloped one. This would clear the bases. It would be a triple for Mancini, and the Orioles came away with a 10-2 win. This is when the baseball gods are telling you don't count on anything in baseball until the 27 outs are recorded.
That's right. You know, that was a slow series, obviously, against the Cubs, but came out energized against the Rangers. A pretty unbelievable offensive output along with the pitching, and you wonder, where did they get the energy? Is it from the pitching performances by Tillman, Bundy, and Gausman, or is just the Oriole offense starting to come alive? Well, they've done it a bunch of different ways. Of course, the timely hitting late in the ball game in that first game, but then the Oriole offense exploded to what we know they're capable of. 4 home runs in the game, of course, Crush Davis with a couple and 6 RBI. But yesterday's ball game I thought was pretty unique. You know, Adam Jones starts the game off with a home run. You expect the Oriole offense to just start hitting homers left and right. But it was the base hits. You know, they had a 7-run inning with all singles in that inning. So the Orioles doing it a bunch of different ways. Very intriguing Oriole offense. But ultimately, I think it comes down to the pitching, and they're looking for another strong performance tonight. 3 quality starts in a row. Pretty impressive job by the rotation.
So Wade Miley will try and equal that tonight. Couple of left-handers. Cole Hamels on the other side has been red hot. Not an easy pitcher. He's always been tough in his career. Can the Orioles take it to him here in the ball game? And will this be maybe a low-scoring ball game where you're going to have to do it the small ball way?
It potentially could be. You know, and I'll tell you what, though, if there are mistakes made, the Orioles are the team that's taking advantage of the extra opportunities, and they're doing it with aggressive base running. Yeah, this is going to be an incredible test. Cole Hamels is one of the best pitchers in the game today and has been for a number of years now, and he's going to do everything he can to try to offset the balance and the rhythm and timing that this offense has created here over the last few ball games. So they're going to have to capitalize on every extra opportunity given to them tonight.
We talked about how this 10-game homestand might be very vital in determining whether the Orioles would be buyers or sellers when we come to this artificial trade date at the end of the month. It's made it that much tougher, I think, to make that determination. It's going to have to go through this game and the 3 against Houston before you really know where you are now.
Well, you got that right. You just don't know what you're going to get on any given night. But when this team gets hot, well, they can string some together, and right now they're on a pretty good roll.
All right, we'll see if they can continue it here tonight. It is a warm summer night here at Camden Yards. A perfect night for send that right up here. Brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Well, take a look at the numbers as far as the weather's concerned. BGE Home, Baltimore's home team for heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical. Why would you call anyone else? Indeed, 95 degrees, humidity 45%, partly cloudy skies, and thunderstorms did not come near the ballpark here this afternoon. Here's the starting lineup for Texas. Couple of changes in it for Game 4, including DeShields at the top. Chu, Andrus, Beltre, Napoli, and Odor. LaCroix is going to go on as the DH. Gomez will make the start, and Chirinos will be catching. LaCroix, the career numbers against Miley, one of the reasons they got to get him in the lineup.
And let's take a look at Wade Miley's pitch arsenal here. Of course, the four-seam fastball, curve change, but I think the slider tonight is going to play big. And Wade Miley's had a hard time staying in the strike zone. If he can command the fastball and play that firm slider off the heater, he's going to get a lot of swing and misses. Listen, this Rangers offense is down right now, and he has to take advantage of that by showing he can command the baseball early in this game, especially get them back into swing mode, and they will be exposed. You see the numbers on the year by Miley. Very high rate now, 15 home runs given up on the season, 14 of them to the right-handed hitters. See that elevated batting average at .317 for the righties.
And DeShields will be leading it off against Wade Miley. Orlando DeShields has not had an at-bat in the first 3 games, getting the start in left field tonight. He pushes a bunt. Miley off, makes the flip. Nice play. Great way to start the game. DeShields with that outstanding speed, but Miley able to get the job done.
Wow, what a play by Wade Miley. Kind of gets deked a little bit. He sees the bunt come around. He starts heading towards the third base line. A little jab step that way, readjust, and how about the bare hand and then the power feed on the run. Nice touch by Miley, showing his athleticism on the first play of the game. Orioles
had some good defensive plays that mattered in the ball game last night, even though they won it by a score of 10-2, and they start out with another fine play here. Sin-Soo Choo had been in the leadoff spot, batting second in this game. He is 3 for 11. Lifetime against Wade Miley. Machado in at third. How bad has it been for Texas? Well, since the All-Star break, they've got the lowest batting average in the majors. They're hitting .189, .252 on base percentage, .563 OPS. All down at the bottom. Their slugging percentage, .311, is the second lowest. 13 runs in 6 games. The second fewest in the majors since the All-Star break. And the Orioles are hoping those numbers will stay right there for one more game.
Yeah, and you see how they started this ball game off with the bunt attempt by DeShields, just trying to create some offense right now. So the Orioles obviously defensively have to be prepared for that. There are some guys that will bunt. They have a couple base stealers as well. They're just going to try to do whatever they can to spark this offense.
He is 5th in walks in the league, and Chu adds another.
Take a look at the Oriole defense behind Wade Miley tonight. Mancini, Jones, and Rickard home in the outfield here. Tejada and Scope up the middle. Machado and Davis on the corners, and Castillo back behind the plate.
That'll bring Elvis Andrus up. Walks have been a problem, a big problem for Wade Miley. 56 walks in 93 innings. Has 84 strikeouts to go along with that. Wade now will face number 3, Andrus, who has not had a hit in the series. He's gone 0 for 11. And the pitch is on the outside corner for a strike. Some pretty good numbers by a number of the batters in the lineup against Wade Miley for Texas, and Andrus is one of those. He is 6 for 17 lifetime against the left-hander. Chu's got some speed over there, and there he goes, hit and run on. They should have him. Bad throw into center field. He'll move over to third. Castillo will be charged with an error, allowing the runner to move up after a stolen base by Chu. He did not have a particularly good jump.
No, I think he kind of caught the middle infielders off guard a little bit. You can see Scope into the picture. The firm slider down at the bottom of the zone. Castillo up and throwing. And Jonathan Scope throw up on the shortstop side, but a little late getting to second base. Might have been a little delay steal there for Chu.
And the infield's going to be drawn in. That's what Buck Showalter thinks of Cole Hamels. Before he even takes the mound, he's having an effect on this ball game. As Bucks decided early, this is going to be a tight game, or that's the way we're going to play it early. And they're going to try and prevent the run from scoring in the first inning with 1 away. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Elvis Andrus. They have not been good at all in this series, Texas, with runners in scoring position. That ball put up in the air to right field. It is not deep. Rickert, long run. The runner will tag. That's a short throw, and that's going to hold him at third base. It'll come all the way through. Chu tagged up. It couldn't go anywhere, and a big out on Andrus.
A nice pitch. A steady diet of breaking balls. Gets him out in front. And the struggles continue for Andrus. It's a shallow fly ball. Unable to get that first run across the board.
Texas is now 1 for 12 in this series with runners in scoring position. One, that's not many chances, and two, they've done nothing with the ones they've had an opportunity to score on. So now 2 down. The infield can back up, and that will bring Beltre to the plate. Beltre's gone 3 for 11 in the series. And Wade Miley a chance to get out of the inning without surrendering a run. Pitch will come inside to Beltre for ball 1.
Good fastball in there. Wade not afraid to work that heater inside to the righties or the lefties. Bust them off the plate. Try to open up that outside corner. Likes to throw some soft stuff away to the right-handers.
1-0 count with 2 down. Breaking ball. Texas team does not do well against left-handers. They are hitting .230 as a team. That's 3rd lowest in the league. They are 11-9 against left-handed starters, but obviously very little offense generated in those games, yet somehow able to be 2 above 500. Another breaking ball. It's going to miss a little bit outside. Count goes 3-0, and you can see how careful Wade Miley is being here with the Beltre.
A couple pretty good breaking balls though on that outside corner, but just missing. You see the Mercedes pitch cast there. It's dropping out of the zone.
Beltre's 4 for 18 with a homer off Miley. 3-0, and he had the green light down the line. That's going to be close to fair, and it is. It'll take a bounce off the wall. Beltre's on his way to second base, slides in, and he's out. Great throw by Joey Rickert. The run will count, scoring from third base. But what a throw by Rickert to take Beltre out after getting the RBI base hit. Played it perfectly off the wall. Then the heave is right there, and the tag laid on by Tejada. 1 run in, Rangers up. Second base, even though Texas got the run. That's an inning ending out. The Orioles lineup brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. Jones, Machado, and Scope, Trumbo, Davis, Mancini, Castillo, Tejada, and Rickert. Trey Mancini, runner in scoring position at the top.
And let's take a look at Cole Hamels' pitch arsenal. He's got all 4, and he will use them throughout this ball game. But I'll tell you, the Oriole offense is starting to click right now, so expect to see more curveballs and change-ups to keep this Oriole offense at bay, especially with runners in scoring position. A nice little roll right now. He's won his last 3 contests, 4-0 with a 3.05 earned run average, 33 Ks, 18 walks for Hamels. Opponent's hitting just 203 overall. Only giving up the 5 home runs. Of course, he did miss almost 2 months of the DL stint.
Adam Jones led it off with a homer last night. This one he'll foul back out of play. Caught a little bit of Chirinos, the catcher, on the backswing that time. Torino's checking his hand, and Adam Jones turned to him after the swing, said, "You all right?" Right off the glove on the back end of the swing. Hey, nice way to start the game for a catcher. Hamels with the 0-1 count. And Adam will take it inside. Last night for Adam.
Boy, what a night he had. 3 hits, all 3 going the other way, but starts the game off with a solo home run. He gets another fastball away and shoots it to right. How about a big drive over Chu's head?
Adam on a swing and a miss and a pitch down low. Hamels is in his 11th professional season of Major League Baseball. He's 33 years old, had some very fine years with Philadelphia. Came over to Texas for his first full year last year. Went 15-5 with a 3.32 ERA. 1-2 delivery on the way. Strokes it to short. The hop taken by Elvis Andrus. Jones retired.
Andrus not really hitting too well. Hamels works fast. Basically just walks back up on that rubber and rocks and fires in here. Obviously here in the early going. Starting to mix it up a little bit. We've seen the cut fastball, the curveball, change up.
Off-speed delivery, couldn't turn that one over. Just floats outside. So Manny Machado gets ahead on the count here, 3-1. Hamels has only worked 59 innings because of the injury Mike was talking about. That's why that record's 4-0 and 10th game start for him. 3-1. Manny will go to right field. Chu. 2 down.
Chu got beat a couple times last night, so played a couple steps deeper. Take a look at Hamels' hot month here. July, 3 starts, 2-0 with a .82 earned run average. Opponents hitting just 125 off him. Righties 145, lefties no chance A. And he is getting deep into ball games, averaging 7 1/3 innings. And he's got 21 inning scoreless streak going as well. Guy's a beast. He is a horse in the game right now. One of the rare breeds that he'll make his 30+ starts a year and pitch over 200 innings.
The scoreless inning streak goes through Kansas City and the Angels, the 2 clubs, and he's trying to add another one to that 21 inning mark. Jonathan Scope, 1-0 delivery to Jonathan. The off-speed delivery on a changeup way out in front. Jonathan is 2 for 9, lifetime off the 33-year-old left-hander. The Orioles, of course, have seen a lot of lefties this year. Their mark has stayed right around 500 against left-handed starters. They're 2 below right now at 14-16. Scope off the end of the bat and foul. Count will stay 1-2.
Scope seeing everything in there. Anything but the kitchen sink. He, of course, having another monster series. 5 hits, a couple doubles with 6 RBI, and it seems like he's in the middle of every big rally the Orioles have. Picked up RBIs to spark the offense early in the ball game.
333 in the month of July for Jonathan. Breaking ball. The Orioles have had some really good numbers during the month. They've got 324 from Tejada, 333 from Scope, a 350 from Trey Mancini, from Manny Machado rather. Caleb Joseph hitting 409 in the month of July. 2-2 pitch on the way, and that'll be fouled off. You'll see when Hamels is on, the ever-present hitters trying to maintain their balance because of the number of pitches he throws at such different speeds. Trying to time him is what makes him so successful. And
he doesn't favor one side of the plate either.
No.
He's working in and out, up and down.
They will hope to rest their bullpen. It's been busy for 3 days. Scope will go towards the hole, backhanded by Andrus. Long throw, and he got him. A couple of nice plays at short to make that 22 innings consecutive. Hamels, no runs. misses, and these numbers seem to trend.
Oh boy, yeah, it's been a rough go for Wade. You know, even in April when he had that 2.32 earned run average and holding the opponents down, his command was all over the place. He was walking a ton of hitters, and then all of a sudden he started to get the command a little bit better. But boom, the batting average goes up, and hence the earned run average, a steady climb. And he's looking to somehow make an adjustment, and it looks like it's got to be a major one. And basically for him, it's about being more consistent in the strike zone, you know, and then showing the breaking ball that starts on the plate and breaks off. But too many pitches, you know, out of the zone. He leads the game right now in pitches thrown per inning. Just working way too hard.
And the pitch will be taken away. He also throws the fewest strikes, period.
Yeah, absolutely.
Only 42% of his pitches are strikes. 1-0 delivery on the inside corner. Napoli here. Take a look at the shift put on against Napoli. StatCast powered by AWS. Napoli a couple of hits, 8 at bats in the series. 2 for 7 lifetime off Wade Miley. Miley is 1 for 5 lifetime against Texas. He last pitched against them last August. Took a loss, allowing 4 runs, 8 hits in a 5-inning outing. 5.75 ERA lifetime against Texas. Napoli with a big uppercut fouls it away.
I will say this about Wade. His stuff is sharp. His slider is sharp when it's down and it has some real good bite. His fastball's been good all season long as far as velocity goes, and he's been pretty consistent at the bottom of the strike zone. He's really trying to drive it down there around the knees, but he can't get a lot of strikes thrown.
Foul back into the seats again. Napoli, Odor, LaCroix coming up for Texas team now 45-49. They're 17 and a half games out on the division lead. We will take a look at the wild card standings. Still early, but it's what a lot of teams are banking on if they're going to go postseason. And Texas is one of those teams, because barring the greatest comeback in the history of baseball, which could happen, they're not going to win the division.
No.
Here's the 2-2 delivery on the way, and a towering fly ball got way under it. They have hit the highest fly balls. Mancini gets it. So this is what the wild card looks like. There's a long way to go, obviously, with the Tampa Bay holding the top spot, New York the second. The Twins are only a half game out of it. Seattle, they've been on a roll. Kansas City was on a roll, then they lost a few in a row, and the Angels only 3 games out of it. Baltimore, Texas tied, same record, 3.5 games behind. Troublesome point for Jeff Bannister, Buck Showalter, is that you have all of those teams in front of you that you have to pass to get there.
Yeah, tough to leapfrog, obviously, so many teams, but the Orioles can continue to take care of their own business in the American League East and potentially make up some big ground against the Rays and the Yankees.
Yep. Ronette Odor, he's one of the many Rangers struggling at the plate. He's had only 3 hits and 11 at bats in this series, and over the longer span not getting much done with it. On the inside corner for a strike. He didn't like the call.
Take a look right here. Good pitch. Cutting back across that inside corner. When you're off and you're not feeling too good at the plate, everything's a strike.
3 for his last 26. And a real disappointment right now in the season for Odor. Got a big contract. Great hopes that he was going to be one of their offensive leaders as well as play a strong second base. 1-2 pitch. Miley probably heard that one go by, but might not have seen it. And Odor has got a base hit. That's the Rangers' second hit of the ball game. Fireworks night presented by Midstate Community Bank is tomorrow. Orioles are going to take on the Red Hot Houston Astros right here at the ballpark. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Come on tomorrow night. You get to see the Astros, and you also get to see some fireworks after the game. Houston with a 15.5 game lead over Seattle in the division. LaCroix's done some catching, now DHing in this ball game because of the number against Miley. Throw over to get him back. 5 for 13, 2 home runs for the DH against the Orioles left-hander.
Almost at him right there. Where's Wade Miley? Real good pickoff in that first inning. When the Rangers were able to put that mark on the board, they tried to pull off an early hit and run. Chu taking off a little bit later, making sure Miley actually delivered the ball home. It ended up working out almost like a delay steal, and that's why the middle infielder is a little bit late on the throw.
But Showalter had the video people take a look at that. No challenge. And the pitch will be taken away. Down to third, LaCroix looking to see whether or not anybody might be moving right here. Dallas papers talking about LaCroix is on the trading block. Somebody the reason he may have caught the first games here is that they were showing him off for the scouts in hopes they might be able to cut a deal somewhere and make a trade, and he is one of those apparently available from Texas. Chirinos back doing the catching. Their starting catcher who had struggled so much taken out. LaCroix took his place. Now Chirinos back, and they're willing to work a younger catcher behind the starter rather than a veteran. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, an off-speed pitch outside, 2-1.
Oh, it kind of surprises me. Or as aggressive as they went after him last season. Trying to get the veteran leadership behind the plate.
Time of year where the rumors are rampant, and until the deal's struck, you just never know.
Yeah.
And clubs don't want players, for the most part, to know they're out there and being talked about. Runner goes down to third. Manny Machado plays, going to have to be at first base. He'll get it there in time. Odor will stay at second, and there are 2 down.
Now take a look at the lefty logbook this season versus left-handed starters. Both the Rangers and the Orioles. Not very impressive numbers. At batting average, .237 for the Rangers. The Orioles just ahead of them, though, at .244. And both hitting their share of home runs, but the win-loss record pretty impressive by the Rangers at 11-9 record. Orioles just under 500. It's always been kind of a tough point with the Orioles facing the left-handers. They're doing a little bit better this year. A couple guys getting on them like that they haven't in the past. Jonathan Scope for one. Some real impressive numbers against lefties.
Rangers, for that .230 plus average, to have scored that many runs, almost 5 runs a game against lefties, it's pretty good. Pitch is taken for a strike. Gomez 1 for 8 in the series. Those kinds of numbers for the Rangers against the left-handers are also indicative of the team overall. They've done the same thing. They're 14th in average in the league, but 3rd in runs because of all the home runs they hit. 2nd now in the American League. Breaking ball will be taken down low. Odor's on at second base, 2 away. Gomez, a .500 hitter against Wade Miley, including 1 home run. Gomez had a tough series. Helped kick a home run over the wall for Chris Davis in center field. And a check swing. Did he go? Yep. And Iasonia down at first base.
Good fastball, 93 miles an hour, driving it down to the bottom of the zone, and Gomez gearing up. Oh, the cookie, but not there. Can't hold up on the swing.
Count goes to 1-2. Miley a look back, runner goes, and it's fouled away. How about that? Odor taking off to steal third with Gomez on a 1-2 count.
Yeah, a little surprising there. Most hitters don't like the movement out there with 2 strikes. But the Rangers kind of got their backs against the wall right now. They're going to pull out all stops and try to be as aggressive as possible. Odor, big time base stealer.
And a ground ball to first. Chris Davis able to haul it in, dives and gets the out. Davis not only an out but saves a run on a squiggler going down the line. The Orioles defense again comes to the fore. Just able to get it. Glad he did his stretching today. Wow. bill, 500 for being selected, 500 more for every Orioles home run hit in the ball game tonight. Play Home Run Rich's scratch-offs, win up to $50,000, or enter non-winning tickets for a chance to be the contestant of the game. Visit mdlottery.com/homerun. Gary, good luck with a name like that. You're bound to win some money. Not necessarily so. Military on hand here tonight at the ballpark. Darren O'Day greeted some. We'll talk about that a little later before the ball game today. Here is Mark Trumbo, and he'll take the pitch for a strike. Trumbo with a 1 for 12, scoring 1 run in this series. Still with that big career .275 average and 18 home runs against Texas pitching in his career. Cole Hamels, the 0-1 delivery on the way. That'll be inside.
Yeah, Trumbo's been doing some damage. Last year did some damage against Hamels back on April 14th. Smoked one out to the Rangers bullpen. There's that series. He had 2 home runs in 1 inning as well. Last year won that home run title.
Ooh, that one bounced up on him. He has hit Hamels hard with a 6 for 18 and a couple of home runs. So the Oriole DH facing a left-hander, he has done very well against. Trumbo, Davis, and then Mancini due up. The Orioles trying to extend their win streak to 4. All of them, if they get there, will have come at the expense of the Rangers. 2-1 delivery. Hamels way up high with the off-speed pitch. Count goes to 3-1. Texas team will be heading to Tampa Bay. Houston will be coming here for the weekend. Then the Orioles are going to go to Tampa Bay and Texas. So they're going to see a lot of each other here over the next couple of weeks. First time these two teams have met up this season. For Texas, the only American League team they hadn't played. 3-1 delivery. Towering fly ball to center. Gomez. Trumbo retired. 1 away here in the 2nd inning.
Just keeping him off that fastball with the steady diet off-speed pitches. Trumbo really good at the fastball at the top of the zone. Just gets underneath that one.
33-year-old, much talked about when he was available on the market. Philadelphia Phillies involved in an 8-player deal back in 2015. Cole Hamels threw a no-hitter, and back in 2015 against the Cubs at Wrigley Field, game in which he walked 2, struck out 13, 129 pitches in that no-hitter. 1 down, then the pitch taken by Chris Davis at 92. Has highlighted this series, of course, with a grand slam and the 6 RBI ball game, a career high. 2 for 11, and both have been home runs against Texas. Cole Hamels will come inside to him. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Chris Davis, real good night. A couple nights ago, that career high 6 RBIs with the 2 homers. I was talking to him today, and he goes, "And where did it go? What happened last night?"
1-1 into the glove, literally. Hamels bounces it over to first and stares over, smiling. How many times in the history of baseball do we see that the play from pitcher to first base or a throw to second is so hard?
Yeah, it is hard for a pitcher. You know, they know one speed really, and everything's directed towards home. And you see a little smile on his face. That one, he kind of chokes on this. As Napoli a little late get to the base. A little soft toss, 1 hopper right there. Make it easy on Napoli, but you just never know sometimes where the ball's going to go.
So Hamels ends up helping himself defensively, and there are 2 down. Here's Trey Mancini, 3-game hit streak now. Trey has continued to take a game off without getting a hit, not intentionally obviously, and then right away will start up another hit streak. That has been the MO this season for Mancini. 1-0 delivery by Hamels, breaking ball in there for a strike. Trey's had as many as 9, a 9-game hit streak, his longest of the year. During this current 3-game hit streak, he's 7 for 17. 1 ball, 1 strike delivery, inside out pop up, second base. Odor will put it away. 6 up and 6 down against Hamels. Texas the early 1-0 lead. College. In '76, the great Hank Aaron, his 755th and last home run of his career. He got it off Dick Drago of the California Angels, 7-5-5. And in 1993, the Orioles' own Ben McDonald, a one-hit shutout that would beat the Royals by a score of 7-0. There's Ben, who is working some radio this week on the Orioles side, and gave up only one hit in that ball game, a single.
Yeah, pretty impressive stuff. Ben McDonald, #1 pick for the Orioles back in the day, and shut down a pretty good offense back then. Of course, George Brett and Wally Joyner.
And great to see Ben back here at the ballpark, as he does every year, works a few games. Wade Miley will go back to work. Chirinos, the catcher, batting ninth, 1 for 4, has picked up an RBI in this series, and hitting at, you see, the .220 mark on the year. He started 2 of 6 since the All-Star break, and as we said, he has struggled mightily. Only a couple of hits in his last 15 at bats, dropping that average way down. 1 ball, 1 strike count. Chirinos, then DeShields at the top of the order. Chirinos asking for the timeout. Both Miley and Hamels work quickly. Inside, jackknifing across the plate. Rangers have lost 4 in a row now. Their woes on the road. They are 20-29 in road games. Jeff Bannister's ball club, coming out of the All-Star break, just bats ice cold virtually up and down the lineup. 2-2.
Yeah, everybody collectively going into a slump. I mean, you talked about their numbers, hitting just under 190 since the All-Star break. It's a powerhouse offense. Obviously, it relies primarily on the long ball, but they're not even really hitting many home runs.
That'll go down the line. That's going to be a base hit. It'll chase Mancini into the corner. Chirinos on his way to second base, and he will start it out with a double. First Texas Ranger leading off an inning in the first 3 to get on base. Saturday, the Birds battle the Astros at Oriole Park. All fans 21 and over get the Orioles infielders bottle stopper set. It features Davis, Scope, Hardy, and Machado. For tickets, Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. To get bottle stoppers, they all have to be smiling for the obvious reason. They're bottle stoppers. So the leadoff man on at second base. Texas already 1 for 3 in these situations, and a bunt. Got to play at third. Manny trying to get back there. He does. And he's out. Good play made. Manny had moved in, playing it halfway, and Miley able to jump on the bunt of DeShields to get the lead runner.
Oh, nice play by both Miley and Machado. Machado reading the bunt, and you saw him. He busts in a couple of steps and boom, right back to third base, calling for the ball from Miley. Give it up, I'm here. Nice throw by Wade Miley. We just talked about how tough it is for pitchers to make these throws up ties to bases, but Miley's come up with some big plays to help himself here early in the ball game.
That is a big play to take that lead runner off, and you substitute instead a runner at first base, DeShields, who is a speedster. Chu at the plate, and Miley will throw over. Tough to run on Wade. He's got a good move that usually has runners coming back towards first base. DeShields will test it here as he'll try and get a read on him. There goes the runner. There's the pick. Davis with the throw, and there's the out. So the Orioles getting it done. It'll be a caught stealing because he took off. And right now the Rangers just running themselves out of any kind of offense.
Yeah, sure are. Nice read by Wade Miley. Nice throw by Chris Davis. And take a look at Davis stepping up to create the lane. And that is the key to this play. And throw is on the money to Tejada. He steps up to Shields. 19 stolen bases on the year. Gunned down there. Wade Miley on his game, picking guys off. Making nice fielding plays as well.
2 down, nobody on. Coming after a leadoff double. Outs recorded both on the base paths. And Chu getting a look at his first pitch of this at bat. 1-0. Boy, you talk about, you just look back here in the first 3 innings. DeShields on the bunt where he couldn't get on to start the game. Then the play at second base on Beltre, got an RBI, got thrown out by Rickert. picking up his 4th assist. That ended the inning instead of having 2 down with a runner at second. And now you get 2 outs made in the field here without a pitch being thrown. As Chirinos thrown out at third base, trying to advance on a bunt, and the Shields, who bunted the ball, ends up getting thrown out at second. Well, that's a lot of early outs.
Yeah, sure is.
And a walk. So Chu will head down the second walk. He has picked up both of them, and he's the one who scored on the single by Beltre in the first inning. One of the most patient hitters in the game.
Yeah, so the Rangers definitely trying to push the envelope a little bit here, but the Orioles prepared for it, not making any miscues, and really making them pay this over aggressiveness.
Miley will face Elvis Andrus, who flied out his first time up, so he's now 0 for 12 in this 4-game set. Maybe Chu will run too. He is a base stealer. And the pitch taken for a strike. Mentioned the other night, Adam Jones is the Heart and Hustle Award winner from the Orioles. Each team has one. There's the Orioles, and at the plate is Elvis Andrus, the Heart and Hustle Award winner for the Rangers. 0-1 delivery is going to be fouled off. That award is selected by the retired players from the Major League Baseball Players Alumni Association, and at their banquet in the fall, one of the 30 will be selected as the Heart and Hustle Player of the Year. But there are the 2 for these 2 teams, exemplifying the hustle and heart of play that the veterans love to talk about. 0-2 count with 2 down. Chu not going, inside.
Yeah, doing it the right way on the field and off the field as well. Part of the community. Of course, Adam Jones, a huge part of it, helping Baltimore, part of the RBI baseball program that kids out on the ball field.
1-2 count. Blocked. Castillo able to get a glove on it and holds a runner at first base.
A nice block right there. And this potentially could be an opportunity for the Rangers to get themselves in a scoring position. But boy, does he hood that baseball. Goes down to the knee, gets the chest over the top of the ball, and it just dies right there at the plate.
Chu off first, not a big lead though, and lashed foul real late on the 95 that time for Miley. Some pretty good velocity early in the ballgame.
Oh yeah, his velocity's been up all year long. He's trying to harness the command of it.
Elvis Andrus is the hit leader for Texas, and he is tied for 8th in the American League in hits coming into today's play. 2-2, and came inside to get him. Miley will get his first strikeout. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and a base runner left on. Rangers 1, Orioles nothing. The achiever in you. and by Ocean City. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City. Book now at OCOcean.com. This week, coming weekend, and even into next week, you want to be at OC Ocean. Beautiful sunset, summer sunset. A lot of kids out here with their hands clapping. The Orioles behind here 1-0. As Cole Hamels retiring the first 6, gets Castillo, Tejada, and Rickard due up. Hamels, all the outs have been recorded with the guys behind him, one in which he assisted on. And the pitch will be a strike on the outside corner. Very little, if any, breeze blowing here tonight at the ballpark. Foul back, out of play. 0-2 count.
Nice little pitchers duel going here early in the ball game. Miley looking pretty sharp. Hamels as well.
First 3 games, the ERA for Texas against the Orioles 5.63. The Orioles against Texas 1.3. 0-2 delivery on the way. That one hit hard into the corner to Shields. Over, diving, can't get it. It's a fair ball. Rolled into foul territory. Throw will come into second base and out at second base. Castillo. Here's the tag laid on by Odor. He got him.
Man.
Good throw by DeShields.
Nice defensive plays here in this ball game. Nice diving effort by DeShields, and how about the recovery? Right back up to the feet. Gets a little help from the wall down there. Kicks right back to him. But a strike to Odor. And Odor sensing Castillo coming in, diving back in front of the base. And get that first out.
So the Orioles get their first hit, but it ends up as an out, trying to extend it. And DeShields, real good toss to get it into second base. We've already seen about 5 games worth of plays in the field here in this ball game. And the pitch will be taken by Tejada. Tejada's had a big series, and as we said, a big month as he continues to up his average with a playing time coming his way. 324 month of July for Ruben Tejada. Hamels up high with it, 1-1. Hamels gets some help from his D, as Wade Miley has on the other side. 1 ball, 1 strike. Left-hander's delivery will miss up and away. And Hamels takes it to 2-1. Very limited American League schedule. We'll check in on the Boston game today. Give you the final results on that one a little later. Yankees are going to play in Seattle again tonight. Only one other game besides this one, 4 total being played in the American League on a travel day. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Orioles, of course, get to stay at home for the series with Houston. We'll start tomorrow night. 6:30 O's extra. 7 o'clock the ball game. Ubaldo Jimenez, Chris Tillman, and Dylan Bundy are the 3 scheduled to start for the Orioles. 2-2 off the fist.
Moving the pitches around here after a 92-mile-an-hour fastball away. Rushes one up and in. Working the 4 quadrants right now. The sunset in the reflection.
It's like a painted picture, doesn't it? 2 ball, 2 strike count. And a check swing and a pitch inside. Laid off it. Good look on it, and the count is full, 3-2.
Helps so much when the bottom of this Oriole lineup starts picking up the pace a little bit. Tejada's been a big spark plug at the bottom, turning the lineup back over. Big boppers at the top.
3-2 delivery. That's foul. Tejada's had more at bats against Hamels than anybody else in the lineup tonight. He is 9 for 31 against Cole Hamels. A real solid number, 290 for Tejada against this left-hander.
Might be the secret weapon at the bottom of the lineup tonight.
Full count delivery on the way, and that's going to go down the line. That's going to be a base hit. DeShields will chase this one into the corner. That rolls not as quickly back to him, and Tejada easily will go into second base, and he's got a double.
Yeah, locking in here in the month of July. Beautiful swing. He's using the whole field. Picking up his 5th double of the season right there. Hooking it down that left field line, but he's not afraid to drive it the other way as well. Catching this one out in front. Nice short swing by Tejada. Puts himself out in a scoring position.
Couple of the middle infielders. One down and a runner on at second base. Orioles get their first chance with a runner in scoring position tonight. Odor will hang close to second with the right-hander. Joey Rickard up. Rickard 1 for 3 off Cole Hamels. A turnaround, no throw, no coverage. Rickard will take the pitch, and it will be outside. Orioles, a lot of chances, as we said in this series. They're 11 for 28 with runners in scoring position in the first 3 games. And Showalter's club maintains the number 2 spot in the league with that .289 average. And those Orioles all have been part of that big number. 1-0 delivery off speed. Rickard had committed to the front foot before the ball got there.
Yeah, big breaking ball right there. Slows him down 79 miles an hour. You just can't sit on anything. You just have to see the baseball and hope there's something out over the plate.
Here's the 1-1 delivery. Joey will ground that one towards short. Runner stays. Andrus got to hurry. Did he get him? Yes. Wow, close play. Orioles will probably take a look at that one. Joey Rickard going down the line. Elvis Andrus gunning it.
Yeah, Andrus making some good plays over there in the hole. Looks like he gets it by a half a step. Shortened up a little bit when he received that baseball. Took about a half step in, and that was the deciding factor.
Again,
like a solid shortstop.
Yep. So many of those the umpires get right. We always talk about the ones they get wrong because we do it on review and turn them over. But if you go back and count how many they get right on those naked eye plays like that, I've always found that amazing.
Yeah.
It's a real knack for the veterans. Here's Adam Jones, 2 down now. Jones grounded out his first time up. Adam to short. Andrus is having himself a game. He makes the play, and that will retire the side. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. At third base, Chase Headley's going to move over to first base. Headley has played 14 games at first base. Steven Souza Jr. injured, same hip he had surgery on in September and rehabbed all winter. They hope it's not going to be much time out of the lineup. You can see why with those numbers. And Dustin Pedroia started at DH today, 5th time in his career, and the first since 2015. He went 3 for 5 with a homer and 3 RBIs, but the Red Sox lost to Toronto.
Oh wow. Could
8-6.
Could Pedroia be the next big poppy there? Slide in the DH role, play for another 10 years or so?
Yeah, you know, he probably could.
Yeah, you're right.
And he's hitting home runs again, so he's putting some power.
Yeah.
I mean, he's red hot for the Red Sox, but not enough today. Here's Adrian Beltre against Wade Miley. Beltre, broken back ground ball the other way. Scope, he's got time. Running throw and a nice pick. Wow. Somebody was shining up the gloves on both sides today.
Yeah, beautiful play by Jonathan Scope. We talk about his strong arm all the time, showing some athleticism right there, throwing on the run. Get to that back foot to set up. Chris Davis pulled way off the base, so Jonathan Scope going to wait a little bit as well. By that extra step, and Chris Davis gets back there in time to make a nice pick.
So Scope go back to where he was on the other side of the bag in the shift. And Chris at first base continues to play with that Gold Glove caliber glove. Here is Mike Napoli. Napoli flied out his first time up. Pitchers duel underway here in this one. And the pitch will move away outside. Miley's 1-0 pitch. That will be in the outside corner. Moved it in just enough to make the difference. And the count's at 1-1.
Get Napoli leaning out there on that outside corner and then go to work back inside. Miley's strength that last at bat. Napoli a pretty healthy cut on a pitch, but Miley worked it in so well, just got off the label.
Texas 1-3-0. The Orioles 0-2-1. And that pitch, that will be away as well. Trying to get him to go after those on the outside corner. And a 3-ball, 1-strike count. Three-one pitch. Turns on it, foul. I mean, turns on it.
Get that head out there. 6 home runs in the month of July. So in that regard, one of the hotter bats in this Rangers lineup. So be very careful. Soft down and away.
Tags that one to left field, but nope, went over the head. Just kept going up on Mancini. He'll hold him to a single. A rocket shot, 364 away. Trey Mancini, I think, hoped that was going to come down a little bit, and it didn't.
Yeah, boy, that ball was covered. Take a look right here. Fastball ends up getting into the danger zone. Fortunately, it stays in the ballpark. He got off the wall in a hurry. Mancini didn't even have time to turn around. Fortunately, it kicks right back to him and holds Napoli at first base.
So the Rangers will get their 4th hit of the ball game. That'll bring up Odor. He's got one of them. He picked up a base hit his first time up. So he's now 4 for 12 in this 3-game set. Shift the other way, and the breaking ball is in there for a strike.
I just like some of these calls on the inside corner from Miley, but perfect pitches. Catching more white than on the edge of the plate.
That ball into the shift. Jonathan Scope in the backhand. There's one. Throw over, not in time. Tejada in the unusual double play combination, actually backing into the bag.
Yeah, interesting play right here, and always kind of interesting when the shift is on as far as the communication, who's going to cover second base. Scope a little bit deeper with the shift, and the door flies, but Tejada, nice adjustment, reads the ball, heads right back to second base, and yeah, you got to turn around quick because Scope will get it to you. Makes it a bang bang play right there, but Odor, that half-step advantage coming out of the left side of the box.
So 2 down. Replace the runner at first base, Odor. Here's LaCroix. Grounded out his first time up, 1 for 8, 1 RBI in the series. And again, Almost caught him flat-footed. Wade has done that a couple of times. Throws over to first base with Odor over there, and Odor kind of jumps back into the bag. Pitch will be taken away.
Yeah, you're going to believe Odor is going to be off and running here sometime in this at bat.
9 out of 13. Base stealers, as we said, 1 for 4 off Miley. Pitch will be in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike count on LaCroix. Keeps checking down at third base. Wants to know whether or not the runner's going to be going since the count's 1-1. Runner stays. Foul back. 1-2. Fourth inning of Orioles baseball is brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals. One and two again. Odor's not extended his lead. Made no attempt to take off yet at first. 1-2 delivery, and that'll be outside. And a 2-ball 2-strike count.
A good fastball, 95 miles an hour. It's getting on these hitters right now too. Miley a little short arming from behind the head. Coming out hot.
Wade with 2 walks and 1 strikeout so far. 2-2 delivery on the way, and that's up and away. So the count goes to 3-2, and now Odor will be running. And Chris Davis will stay in the bag. They do not want to give him the extra jump.
This might be a good time for Miley to pick over there.
3-2 delivery, and we'll walk him. So the third walk surrendered by Miley will put runners on at first and second with 2 down. As we said, the old bugaboo walks for Wade Miley have really piled up on him. He now has issued 58 walks. It's the most on the O's pitching staff and tied for second coming into the day in the majors and the most walks in the American League. So at 2 away, they'll look for the big out off Carlos Gomez. Gomez grounded out his first time up. And a strike on the outside corner.
This is exactly what you're talking about, Gary. The 58 walks, well, lowest percentage of pitches in the zone. Wade Miley leading the way, 42.7%. He also leads with the most pitches thrown per inning, over 19 pitches.
0-1 down the line. That's going to be a fair ball. Odor will come around to score easily. LaCroix's on the charge to third. Throw will come to the cutoff man. It is a double and an RBI for Gomez. So for one of the few times in this 4-game series, Texas able to get a big hit, and they take a 2-0 lead.
A 2-out hit. Tough one to get. He picks it up. Nice job staying on the fastball, down and away. Miley wishing he would have been able to get LaCroix. Had the advantage on him. Ended up walking him on that 3-2 changeup. Gomez making a pay there with the double down the line.
Now another big at bat with 2 in scoring position. LaCroix and Gomez. Chirinos had a double his first time up. He got thrown out trying to go to third. Five hits in the game for the Rangers. And fouled away on the big cut by Chirinos. Mostly with Texas, you don't have to define anything other than big cut.
Right.
That's basically it. Up and down the lineup.
Yeah. Take their healthy swings for sure.
Gomez getting his 33rd RBI, by the way, on that double. 0-1 delivery. Chirinos on a pitch away, foul tipped into the mitt. Miley gets ahead of him, 0-2.
Good fastball there. He slows him down with the breaking ball and brings the noise. 94 on that outside corner.
Oh-2 delivery by Miley will be inside and low. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. These are the situations that break a game open or keep it tight, especially for the Rangers. They need to have a little confidence developed offensively at this point. They have not been able to do that against Oriole pitching. And this is another case where if Miley can shut it down right here, it's important psychologically. Pitch taken away, 2-2.
Oh, absolutely. It's important for this Oriole team as well. It'd be nice to minimize the damage, avoid those potential big innings, because we've seen that Oriole offense, man, they've exploded in big numbers. They had a 7-run inning yesterday and a 6-run inning the day before. So a very dangerous offense. Give them a chance.
2-2 pitch by Miley and a foul tip that's held on to. So he gets the big strikeout. That's his second. A run in, 2-0 Rangers.
Wade Miley helping himself out. First batter of the ball game, a little power feed. And how about Joey Rickard? Let's go a long way for this ball, but times it perfectly, creates some momentum. 77-mile-an-hour strike to second base. Nice tag by Tejada. And how about the crusher? Not only does he hit bombs, he flashes the leather. Nice play there. And how about stepping up to create a lane and a huge out? Real defense making some exceptional defensive plays. Could be a lot more runs on the board. Only 2-0 right now here in the bottom of the fourth. Geico, 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
So the Orioles go against Hamels with Manny Machado flied out right field. Jonathan Scope and then Trumbo 2, 3, 4 in the order. Manny will take the pitch inside for a ball.
Streak keeps growing. 24 inning scoreless streak right now for Hamels.
1-0 delivery on the way. Manny in the air, left field to Shields. That is a new mark for Cole Hamels, consecutive innings without allowing a run. Here in 2017, that's the high anyone has had. James Paxton of Seattle had gone 23 innings without allowing a run this year, so Hamels takes over on the top spot in that regard. And the Orioles still trying to find a way to get him. Jonathan Scope grounded out.
He is moving it in and out. Jam shot right there by Manny Machado, who's been one of the hottest hitters in the game. He's keeping him off balance. He just can't sit on anything.
Scope moving into the top 10 number of areas here. He's 9th in runs, tied for 7th in doubles, tied for 6th in extra base hits. 1-0 delivery, and that's going to be up high, and the count goes 2-0. So Jonathan with the patience. Keith Hamels brings one in. 2-0 pitch on the way. He did. Left field. The Shields at the wall. And goodbye. Home run. Another one. Jonathan Scope getting it into a hitter's count and delivers one to left field, and the Orioles make it a 2-1 game on his 19th home run and his 61st RBI.
Gets himself in a good hitter's count. Almost falls behind. Being a little careful with Jonathan Scope. 19 home runs. The team lead. That would be his 23rd RBI this season against a left-handed pitcher. Most in the American League. Impressive year continues for Jonathan Scope.
So Scope cuts the lead in half and gets his 3rd career home run against Texas. And the pitch taken for a strike. Trumbo.
Take a look at the pitch right here. Cut fastball, trying to get it in there. But Scope beats it out in front of the plate. Hits that front foot down. Short and sweet to the baseball. Nice heel toe pose there from Scope.
0-1 delivery, popped up foul. $500 for our Maryland Lottery contestant, Gary Croson. Congratulations. $500 for each home run the Orioles hit tonight. Scope having himself just a big series. You see the extra base hits now moves him up to 5th in the American League. Oh, 2 delivery by Hamels. Hamels has given up 6 home runs. They've all been hit by right-handers.
Mark Trumbo would like to get into the action here. A little in between lately.
Trumbo waiting on a 1-2, and that'll be outside. The Orioles have now out-homered Texas in this 4-game set, 7-2. And the Texas team coming in, of course, 2nd in home runs. Left-handers 2-2 delivery. Trumbo another way foul. So 24 in the 3rd innings of scoreless baseball. Pitched by Cole Hamels ends on the home run by Jonathan Scope. 2-2 delivery on the way up high. 3-2.
Kind of a non-competitive pitch right there. Losing that fastball, wanted it down and in. That 6 pitch well up and out of the pitch cast box.
Just barely made it onto the screen. And the full count delivery. Trumbo will take it, and he walked it. So a walk after the home run. Let's take a look at our PNC minor league report. PNC for the achiever in you.
All right, Mountcastle was tearing it up in Frederick. 314, 35 doubles, 15 home runs, and he gets a promotion to Double-A Bowie. And how about 1 for 2? Picked up a base hit, single up the middle, jumping on the first pitch. Start his Double-A career. Very solid offensive year for Mountcastle.
Big numbers. Chris Davis shift on, double play depth, 1 away. Davis grounded out his first time up, comebacker to the mound. Pitch taken for a strike on the inside corner. Well, the Orioles doing what needs to be done in a game where you're facing the likes of Cole Hamels. You just keep working at him, stay close, and hope to get to the bullpen. This bullpen has been a disaster for Texas. 0-1 count. Davis leans in, takes it. 0-2.
Yeah, keep having some good at bats. You know, this whole series, They've had some good at-bats, really working the starting pitchers, waiting out mistakes. And then, man, if they get opportunities, the floodgates open up. Give this team a chance. Of course, Scope sparking the offense again. We've done it in the last couple ball games. Getting them on the board with RBI doubles.
A little bit inside. Chris getting back, of course, off the DL. So in July, he's gone 3 for 23. And 2 of the 3 hits he's picked up have been home runs. There's the shift alignment. Davis 0 for 7 off Hamels. 1-2. And a wave at 1. And Hamels will pick up the first strikeout. And he's given up the first home run of the game, the first walk, now the K.
Hamels such a good feel for that breaking ball. All of his pitches, but he can flip it in there early for a strike and then bury it for the put away pitch. And executes it perfectly there.
Trey Mancini with 2 down. Runner on at first base. Mark Trumbo. Trey Mancini with the numbers backwards from what you might expect. He's had one of the top averages all year against right-handed pitchers, 335, and against lefties, 258. Mancini 0-1. 5 RBIs so far in this series against Texas. Hamels wanted an extra moment.
What he needs to do is have Trumbo sneak in there to second base, because when runners get in a scoring position, it doesn't matter who's on the bump.
Nasty off-speed breaking ball. Count goes to 0-2. It is a game where the pitchers want off the mound. They always do, as quickly as possible. But this weather tonight, we started with the temperatures up in the upper 90s, and the heat index was over 100. It was up to around 108 today, and you can feel waves of heat coming through the ballpark here tonight. 0-2 delivery on the way. Started, stopped, hit him on the foot. He's on a hit batter.
That's a big break right there. And Hamels with the big advantage on Mancini. And spikes one off that front foot with the breaking ball. Take a look right here. Mancini holding his ground, taking one for the team. Yes.
Hit across the ground and across the toe. So the Orioles get runners on at first and second. That is the 6th hit batter by Cole Hamels this year. Orioles with a run in on the home run by Jonathan Scope. Now with 2 down. Castillo coming up. He picked up a base hit in the 3rd inning. Got thrown out trying to extend it as DeShields, the left fielder, caught him going into second base. Castillo 316 with runners in scoring position. He's held that number above 300 all of this season. And the pitch inside to him.
Castillo good numbers against lefties. Go along with the runners in scoring position. There's a big 2 out number, 353.
Castillo with a 5-game hit streak, picking up that single his first time up. Pitch will be away. Cole Hamels really having to work here in this 4th inning. 6th batter that he has faced. He went through the first 3 facing only 1 over the minimum.
He's having a hard time commanding that changeup right now. He's missing well off that outside corner, trying to set it up with some fastballs in. He's been a little disappointed, shaking his head. Some changeup offerings.
2-0 delivery, and that's going to miss. So the count goes to 3-0. With Tejada waiting on deck.
Another changeup was working off that outside corner for ball 3.
You see how far off those pitches have been. 2 on, 2 down. Castillo waiting on it and not close. 4 pitches that weren't close. And they are loaded. 2 walks in the inning and a hit batter have loaded them up. And that will bring a visit to the mound by Doug Brocail.
Yeah, Jonathan Scope after that home run, a couple walks and a hit batter. So shook him up a little bit. A little scared to try to get it in there against the right-handers, but definitely missing with the changeup. Not as sharp as he has been this month.
There is Scope, who delivered that homer with 1 down, his 19th off Hamels. So Tejada gets the chance with 2 away bases loaded, and one of those big moments in a ball game right here. The Rangers had their opportunity to have a much bigger inning last time around. Couldn't do it. Left 2 in scoring position. Now the Orioles have them loaded with 2 down. Tejada picked up a 2-bagger his first time up. Hamels pitched to him, way up and away.
Well, it really doesn't matter what kind of pitcher you are. You start losing your command, offensive team recognizes it, and you start zoning up and out over. You look for that one cookie, your happy zone.
1-0 delivery on the way. Tejada roller. That's going to go to third base. Got to go to first. And Beltre's able to make the play. So neither team able to get the real big hit for a wide open inning, but Jonathan Scopes gets the Orioles on the board here in the 4th. His 19th home run. Texas up by 1. Lead, they've won them all. That breaks a 111-year record that had been held by the Chicago Cubs. Nolan Arenado of Colorado hit home runs 3 consecutive at-bats Wednesday. The only other active player who has done that is the Orioles' Manny Machado against the White Sox in 16. And the Orioles entered last night with 13 hits with the bases loaded, 4th lowest average in MLB in those situations, and got 4 consecutive bases loaded hits in the 7th inning. All taking place in games yesterday.
How about that? 4 singles.
It's amazing. Especially, I didn't realize the Orioles were that low in the bases loaded situations as that. But they came through with the base hits in that big 7th inning when they got the 7 runs and 6 hits. Pitch will be taken away. Wade Miley working to the top of the order. Lino DeShields had an active day. Tried to lay a bunt down, thrown out on a fine play made by Wade Miley, and then reached on a fielder's choice and got caught stealing on a pickoff move. 1-1 delivery is outside to DeShields. Shields, young player, good speed. That's why you see him laying down those attempted bunts for base hits. And that one is going to miss down low, and he'll fall behind him 3-1.
And the Shields a good start this season. But only a couple starts since the All-Star break.
Born in Easton, Maryland. And the pitch is there for a strike. He'll come on back. Wade Miley gets it full. 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's take a look at the pitch right here. Being careful with the Shields, working the bottom of the zone. A 93-mile-an-hour heater. Received well there from Castillo to get that second strike.
3-2 delivery on the way, and he gets him to go after a pitch up and away. And the strikeout is the third.
Well, Miley really hasn't made many mistakes on the dish. Working the edges once again. You get enough strike calls or strikes thrown, you're going to get some chases out of the zone. And the 2-seamer working away from the Shields. He has to give chase with a 3-2 count.
Sin-Soo Choo batting in the number 2 spot. He has drawn both walks. 2 of the 3 rather surrendered by Wade Miley, and scored in the first inning on the RBI by Beltre. Pitch down low. Other run came in the 4th inning. RBI double by Gomez. The Orioles have the home run by Jonathan Scope. 1-0 pitch. Choo hitting .232 off the left-handers. About 23 points higher against the righties. So gets moved out of the leadoff spot with a left-hander on the mound. 10-year veteran now in the majors. Taking. It's there for a strike, 2-1. Two-one delivery. You can see Texas wanting Wade Miley to throw a lot of pitches.
Yeah. Wade never giving in. He's constantly working the edges. A lot of high pitch counts. A lot of high 3-2 counts.
And there is ball 4. That is the 4th walk surrendered by Wade Miley. And here in the 5th, 1 on and 1 down. After Sunday's home game versus the Astros, time for the kids to run the bases. Presented by Wise Markets. All fans 4 to 14 run the Oriole Park bases just like their favorite birds. And you can get your tickets right now at Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Astros coming to town. Brought the towel. Wise young man right there.
Yeah.
Dad's got one slung over the shoulder. Here's Elvis Andrus. Andrus up the middle. Shattered bat. Not hit hard. Scope. Backward throw, and he got him. Outstanding play by Scope and Tejada to get a force out at second base on Choo.
Wow, there have been some impressive defensive plays here. Right back up the middle, a little broken bat. Jonathan Scope showing the range, and how about just somehow getting it towards second base, just the direction of second base. Tejada, nice pick on the end. Come up with the lead out there. Wow, what a play.
Just defensive plays up and down the scorebook in this one. So that leaves a runner at first base with 2 outs instead of first and second, 1 away. And here is Beltre, RBI base hit, and he is grounded out. Scope made a real fine play on Beltre his last time up to deny him a base hit. Beltre will take it for a strike. Beltre has come out and said, please don't dismantle this team, asking his GM to recognize that they still have a shot at the postseason, and that Beltre has said, I hope he, the GM, won't dismantle what we have here. I hope he understands and believes in this team. I do not want to see the team dismantled. It's been on my mind, but I hope he doesn't think about it trading away guys.
Yeah, really, this is Beltre's team. You know, he's the heart and soul here. He kind of sparked the rookies, and he thinks he can get them turned around, play a little bit more consistent baseball. Maybe Maybe just his more consistent presence back in the lineup. A couple stints on the DL early in the season with the calf problem. But, healthy and swinging it again.
1 ball, 1 strike count, runner off first. Beltre will lift it to center for a base hit. Adam Jones deep. He'll play it on the second hop, hold the runner. So Andrus goes to second base. Adrian Beltre delivers a base hit. Beltre's got 2 in the ball game, 5 in the series.
Well, another inning with base runners on. And, another inning where you're hoping for another big play here to minimize the damage. Unfortunately for Miley, 2 outs, but of course the Rangers struck with 2 outs on the board. Came up with a big 2-out hit.
Mike Napoli gets the opportunity. Rangers 2 for 6. Runners in scoring position. Napoli goes after it and fouls it straight back. He's got a base hit and he flied out. He wanted to drive that pitch and didn't do it. You can see how unhappy he was at that.
Yeah, had to take a long walk to get it out of his mind. Yeah, breaking ball stayed in the middle of the plate. It was down, fortunately for Miley, but almost looked like he was sitting on that pitch.
A 1 delivery to him. Napoli will take it inside. Napoli with a 3 for 9 lifetime off Wade Miley. Pitch count continues to climb as is usual in the ball games for Wade Miley. This is one of the reasons made it so tough to go very deep into ball games. 1-1. Inside. 2 ball 1 strike count.
Same you're going to see every night, about 50-50 strike and ball ratio.
2-1 pitch on the way. Did he go? No.
Take a look. Borderline live speed. Break the ball down. Could have gone either way. Castillo was selling for it.
Napoli takes such a huge cut. Hard for him to hold up.
Yeah.
It's a long swing. Veteran Napoli, 3 ball 1 strike count. Andrus at second base. Beltre's on at first. And that one lifted up in the air to left field. Does it have the legs? Yes, it does. Goodbye. Home run. Napoli delivers the long ball, and it's good for 3. And Texas extends their lead to 5-1.
Well, that breaking ball he missed on the first pitch. He got it again, but this one stayed up in the zone. He did not miss it. 21st home run for Napoli.
So the Texas team that relies on the long ball gets one here.
You see the breaking ball sneak in that back door, and yeah, it might have been off the plate away, and he reached out and touched it. Caught it out in front. Talk about that long swing, getting that extension. Miley showing the frustration there.
45 RBIs for Mike Napoli. Visit to the mound. Roger McDowell, Castro, Miguel Castro getting up quickly. Start warming up. And for Miley, the long ball 16 times. Right-handers hitting all but one of them. 5 runs on 7 hits for the Rangers. That is the big hit they have been looking for in this series and had not found prior to that swing of the bat. Odor has reached on a single and a fielder's choice, has scored a run. Orioles will put the shift on against the second baseman. He'll go after it, hit into the shift, scope over, plays that hop, guns it, and just got him at first base. So the big home run by Mike Napoli puts the Rangers out 5-1. For the 17 Bob Feller Act of Valor Award, named after the great Hall of Fame pitcher. He was the first Major League Baseball player to enlist after the attack on Pearl Harbor. Goes to a U.S. Navy Chief Petty Officer, 1 Baseball Hall of Fame member, and 1 active Major League Baseball player. Each team has one selected for the Bob Feller Award, and we congratulate Darren O'Day, who's done so much with the armed forces in his times here.
Yeah, year in and year out, he and his wife support the armed forces basically on a daily basis. Congratulations to Darren.
Great award after a great Hall of Famer, Bob Feller. Here is Joey Rickert. So Cole Hamels given a 4-run cushion, and the breaking ball is in there for a strike. Rickert grounded out his first time up. Jones top of the order on deck, and Manny. Left-hander's 0-1 delivery. Bounces up and hits Joey in the batter's box. 0-2. Hamels 2 walks and a strikeout.
Take a look at the foul ball here kicking up. Fortunately didn't come up and catch him in the lips underneath the armpit there. Almost spotted a lead. Might affect the way he's been pitching. He had some problems in the early going with some command. Be more aggressive in the zone.
It's going to be a base hit into left center field. Rickert's going to make a turn to Shields. Will hustle it back in. So the Orioles get the leadoff man on in the 5th inning. For every Orioles walk, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield contributes $50 supporting the American Diabetes Association. 242 walks, $12,100. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Orioles with hit number 4. Adam Jones has grounded out twice. Last time to Elvis Andrus. A real fine play made to deny him a base hit. Adam ran the hand up on the bat, getting the attention to Beltre at third. And smiling about that.
Not smile, but he'll do it. Beltre goes back a little bit. He might lay it down again or try. It's definitely part of his game. Being behind right now, Orioles needs a base runner.
1-0 delivery off speed up. Adam with a leadoff homer in the ball game last night. First of the year for him, and the 6th leadoff homer of his career, because he has not hit that often in the leadoff spot. Joey Rickert the lead at first base. Two-0 delivery by Hamels. In the air to right, hit good, going back into the well. Sin-Soo Choo, and goodbye, home run! Made it into the first row. Adam Jones on a home run tear against Texas. And he brings Joey Rickert in ahead of him and makes it a 5-3 ball game.
Boy, what a beautiful swing right there. Adam Jones, his last 4 hits, all driven to right field. That was impressive, staying on a fastball down and away, picking up his 17th home run. And a 2-run shot. The Orioles right back in it.
Well, the Orioles come back and respond in a hurry. Second home run of this series for Adam Jones. Gary Crossan, our Maryland lottery contestant, another $500. 2 home runs tonight for the Orioles. That'll clear the bases and bring Manny up, and Manny will take the pitch away.
And take a look at this A swing right here. Fastball on the outer third, down and away, and he stays on it. Man, is his swing groove for right field right now with power on top.
That one is a towering fly ball, left center field, at the wall, and just enough room for Gomez to haul it in. Manny just a little bit under that, trying to go back to back with Jones.
Definitely high enough. He's got underneath the breaking ball there, and both Gomez and DeShields are about to jump up in the stands. But just settles in on the warning track.
So Manny retired. 1 down here in the 5th inning. For Cole Hamels, first ball game this year in which he has surrendered 2 home runs in a ball game. Here is Jonathan Scope. He had the other homer. Off-speed pitch in there for a strike. He is also grounded out. Oh, 1 count, 1 down. Left-hander's delivery, working the outside part of the plate, missed it. 1-1 on Scope.
Even when Manny Machado it's fly ball outs, comes off hot. 101 miles an hour off that bat.
1-1, breaking ball in on the fist. 1-2. Big answer after the 3-run 5th inning. Come back against Hamels and pick up at least 2. And Wade Miley a little more support, whether he's back or not doesn't look like it. That ball in the air to center field. Gomez, and there are 2 down. Text Masson's word of the day, mug, to 29292 for your chance to win a lunch with Adam Jones and a gift card to the Green Turtle. That's mug 29292, brought to you by the Green Turtle. Watch every O's game with us. The Green Turtle Sports Bar and Grill. Hang local. We can tell you about his home run.
Yeah. Well, there's Adams' home run, 101 miles off his bat. Yeah, different launch angles, different results. Man, he's a deep fly ball. Jones a 2-run homer.
Here's Trumbo, takes the pitch outside. Picked up a walk in the 4th. Flied out in the 2nd inning. Only 1 hit, 13 at bats in the 4 games against Texas. 5-3 ball game. Texas lead cut to 2. Mark on the off-speed pitch will take, and the count goes 2-0.
Falling behind to a dangerous hitter. Trumbo's about to explode. It's been a slow month for him.
2-0 breaking ball, and that's inside. So a 3-0 count on Mark. The Orioles have been able to work some pretty good counts off Cole Hamels. 3-0 pitch to him. Trumbo had green light, center field. Going back, Gomez at the wall, looking. Hey, goodbye, home run! Straight away center field. Mark Trumbo delivers for the Orioles, and it is a 1-run ball game.
It is a dangerous offense. And Hamels, the command, not quite there. He's missing a couple of his off-speed pitches. Guarantee the changeup has not been there for him tonight. And Trumbo, who swung through a high fastball earlier in the ball game, doesn't miss that one. 16th home run, solo shot to get the O's within 1.
A 3-homer game for the Orioles. It is 5-4. And here's Chris Davis, and he'll foul it off.
Take a look at Trumbo's swing. 3-0 count, green light all the way, and he gets on top of a heater up and away. Wow, unbelievable power straight away center field. Trumbo jumbo.
0-1 count with 2 down. Davis goes after it. That'll be down the line and left as Shields going over. Comes back a bit and can't get it. Looks a bounce right there in that first row. Wow. Trumbo 104 off the bat. And the Orioles getting to Cole Hamels with a long ball here in the game, 2 in the inning. And the breaking ball, that's going to be taken inside. Count goes to 1-2. So a lot of wear and tear on Cole Hamels in both the 4th and 5th innings of this game. One-two pitch. Hamels has given up as many as 4 home runs in a game. That's a career high. He's done it twice. Did it last time against Boston last April. The Orioles are within 1 of that number with the 3 they've picked up in this ball game. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Davis on a pitch inside will be a strikeout victim. But the Orioles get it done in the inning. Adam Jones going the other way again. 2 RBIs on his 17th, and the Trumbo shot to make it a 5-4 game.
Made some real good pitches. Nice little fastball down there, getting Chirinos on a backdoor slider. Another good heater there to get to Shields, but helped out by the defense. Only one mistake, and to Napoli, a breaking ball that stayed up, gave him a good look. A 3-run shot, put the 5 runs on the board against Miley. 91 pitches thrown, and 5 innings of work. He'll give way to Castro. Pitching change brought to you by Jiffy Lube. Jiffy Lube stores now do brake services. Stop in and let Jiffy Lube perform a free brake inspection today. Take a look at Castro's numbers on the year. 17th appearance. Starting to get used more frequently by Buck Showalter. Yeah, he's stepping up. Got a nice loose arm, big fastball, mid to high 90s. Power slider to go along with it. A little change as well. Opponent's hitting just 250, and the first batter is 167.
LaCroix stands in, and a strike on the outside corner. Castro working his 2nd game of the series. He has worked 2 innings, giving up nothing, and has picked up 1 strikeout against the Rangers. Bottom 3rd of the order for Texas. 1 pitch on the way, and that's going to be a ground ball. Scope will play it. Came off the side of the mound. Good strong throw, 1 away. Well, lock in your Birdland summer. You got 2 great fan giveaways coming up. The Birds All-Star Second Baseman featured Tuesday, August 1. All fans get the Jonathan Scope T-shirt. Saturday, August 5. First 25,000, 15 and over, get the Jonathan Scope bobblehead, presented by Ocean City, Maryland. For tickets, go to Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD.
You might get a home run ball too. Scope starting to pound them out, leading the team with 19 homers.
Here is Carlos Gomez up the middle, off the leg. Manny Machado, and they'll get the out. That ball was hit hard. He's smiling.
And off the white shoes, off the white high tops. Deflected perfectly to Manny Machado. He didn't have to move his feet to get that ground ball. Let's take a look at the assist rate here. Coming back hot to Castro. Word back through the box. Boom, off that left foot. Right to Manny Machado. Easiest ground ball he's gotten today.
Oh.
Look at the ricochet. He got him off just above the ankle of the shoe. Either way, he had a smile on his face. 2 outs on the board.
Yeah. It's almost like the ball was hit directly at Manny. It came off so hard. He had plenty of time to make the throw. 2 down, nobody on. Couple of quick outs. Chirinos double, and he is struck out. And the pitch is taken for a strike. Well, the Orioles are going to have a quick defensive inning here and get Cole Hamels back out on the mound in a hurry. He's worked long the last 2 innings. 0-1 pitch. It'll miss down low. 1 ball and 1 strike.
99 miles an hour right there. Cutting it loose. Nice loose arm. Makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable for a hitter in the box.
Castro with the delivery will be outside. Slides all the way across the plate and away. 2 ball 1 strike count. Starts by the Orioles. First 3 games of this series. Keeping that bullpen right where Buck Showalter wants it. Fresh. Able to keep the pitchers he wants available for every given night available. And he wanted Castro to be able to work in this ball game, and here he is, 2-2.
Gets the nice running movement on 98-mile-an-hour fastball. Picking up that outside corner. See Castillo just locking it up out there. Get the call.
2-2. Castro's 2-2 delivery is swung on and missed. And he does get it done in a hurry. 1-2-3. Orioles down by just 1. Orioles are after a 4-game sweep. Last time they had one was last June, Tampa Bay. They want to pick one up here against Texas and make it a 4-game win streak, with Houston coming in for the 3-game set over the weekend. And right now, Hamels needs quick inning. He's been out there a lot, and that good 1-2-3 picked up by Castro brings him right back to the mound. Mancini's been hit by a pitch, and he has popped out. Castillo and then Tejada.
Well, the Orioles have him on the ropes right now. 4th inning. We'll get to him with a home run. A couple home runs in that last inning. Right back in this ball game. So he's labored through. He hasn't been happy with his command at all. A couple mistakes. Mancini whistle at one down off that leg. Inside of the knee.
Mancini stands back in with a count of 0-2. First we have seen in this series. 0-2 delivery on the way by the left-hander, and gets him on 1 up. 3 strikeouts for Cole Hamels.
Right into the top of the zone. Working Mancini hard in there. Last 2 pitches. See a little movement at the top. And see, he just can't get on with the baseball there. A little bat head drop for strike 3.
Wellington Castillo, a couple of good at bats in the ball game have resulted in a single and a walk. 1 down, nobody on, 6th inning. Wellington will take the first pitch. That is in there for a strike. As we have seen more and more from pitchers, those first pitches, not fastballs. Change-ups, breaking balls. 0-1. Buried that one down low. 0-2.
First pitch breaking ball. Second pitch change up. Mixing it all in.
Hamels 0-2.
Good job by Castillo actually staying on top, keeping this at bat alive. He slows him down with a couple off-speed pitches and tries to rush him at the top of the zone.
Just missed inside. 1 ball, 2 strike count. Wellington Castillo. Nobody on. Orioles down by just 1. After they had fallen behind 5-1, picking up 3 in that 5th inning. 1-2 delivery on the way. Castillo will ground that to center field. Base hit. Andrus unable to stop it. Castillo's on. He's 2 for 2. And 3 times up, 3 times on for the Oriole catcher.
Keeps having some good at bats, and bottom of the lineup keep coming through. Andrus upset. One of the rare plays he's missed here in this series. Ball just kicks up over the glove. Thought he was on it. Wanted that second out. Smiles on one end, frustration on the other.
Ruben Tejada double, and he's grounded out. Shift on, a lot of room between first and second base with the runner being held. Tejada will take the first fastball. It is there for a strike. Each team now 7 hits in the ball game.
The outside corner starting to open up a little bit. Cole's starting to work it.
Left-hander's 0-1 delivery to him. That'll be fouled off. That's a fair ball. Hit him in the batter's box. All of a sudden, third base umpire saying fair, then looked in and saw, oops, it caught him, and the home plate umpire, Greg Gibson, had it.
Wow. Oh my goodness, that came down hot off the ankle, top of the ankle, and beats Beltre down the third baseline. Ends up getting all the way to the outfield.
Just how far it went after it hit him tells you how hard it hit him.
He is in some pain right now.
J.J. Hardy, Ryan Flaherty, of course, both out. Tejada getting the regular work at shortstop. He will limp back into the batter's box.
Yeah, taking his time. It is throbbing right now. Let's wait for a little bit of the pain to go away before you get in there.
An 0-2 count, only 1 away. Castillo on at first base. Tejada, the 0-2 delivery to him, and he's going to get a base hit into right field. Odor going out to try and get it. Will leave it for the outfielder Chu. So Tejada's on. Dying Quail shot to right. The Orioles first and second, one out.
When you're hot, you're hot. He's getting base hits that even he hits off his body. Potential double down the left field line there, but a nice job fighting one off with the 2 strikes. Finding some outfield grass, working hard inside, pulls the hands in there just off the label. And Nestles just out of Odor's reach.
6 for 15 now for Tejada in this 4-game set, and he'll get an extra moment. Try and get the pain out of that foot. Wanting to know how he is. Are you ready to go? Can you stay out here is the question. You saw him say yes.
Kirby say, where's the cold spray?
Yeah.
I need some cold spray. It's the hottest angle. There he is, spraying it. Oh, jeez. Kirby hollering in, hey, get that cold spray down here. That's old school stuff. Trainer used to run out, get hit by a pitch, or foul the ball off. Oh, my goodness.
It's the steal sign. 1 down, runners on at first and second. Joey Rickard, base hit, grounded out. Orioles got the potential tying run in scoring position. And Hamels' 3rd consecutive inning, in which he has really had to work hard. And their bullpen ready to take over if he needs help. .1-0 delivery, outside corner. Was interested in that last visit. That was Steve Buechele, the bench coach.
Really?
It wasn't Brocal, and it wasn't the skipper, who went out to ask Hamels if he was all right.
Interesting.
Apparently, if you want the truth,
yeah,
you go to the bench coach. 1-1 delivery on the way, and a check swing and a pitch up high. Did he go? Yes. Iasonia down at first base.
Joey kind of anticipating a pitch on that outside corner. Plate's getting a little wider out there, so a little lean in, but Hamels cutting one in.
A day up. Orioles 0 for 3 in these situations tonight. Last time up, Rickard started the inning with a single, scored one of the 3 runs in the 5th. That one's going to miss away. You notice on that pitch count, Cole Hamels up to 102. I guess that was the skipper who went out. I thought that was Buechele. Apparently Jeff went out and asked himself, can you stay in? 2 ball, 2 strike count. Runners off first and second base, and a base hit into right field. Chu is up with it. Runners coming home, and the Orioles have tied this game up. Castillo scores. Rickard the RBI. 5-5.
Boy, 3 straight singles by the Orioles. The bottom of the lineup coming through big time. As Joey Rickard, his 2nd hit of the night. Beautiful piece of hit. That should be about it. Cole Hamels. Take a look. Fastball down and away. Yeah, nice job staying on the pitch. Perfect swing. Freeze there by Castillo on the line drive. And then he gets on the horse. Bobby Dickerson got the arm waving. Tying run crossing the plate.
Great approaches. Manager's out this time.
in the 4th inning, and they did not let up. They scored the 5 runs to tie this Wago. 5 1/3 for Cole Hamels. Came in one of the hottest pitchers in the game. Well, Orioles offense just a little bit hotter. Jeremy Jeffress coming out of the bullpen. This to be his 3rd appearance against the Orioles here in this series. 506 earned run average, 21 punch outs, 15 walks. Opponents hitting lofty 304 off Jeffress. Works up the power sinker and a 4-seam fastball, curve change combination. Likes that 2-seam fastball in the mid to high 90s.
So Cole Hamels out of there, the most hits he has surrendered in a ball game. Tonight's 9. Most home runs hit against him this year, 3. And he's still responsible for the 2 base runners who are on. Adam Jones at the top of the order. Adam had his 17th home run, 5th inning, good for 2 RBIs, 1 for 3 in the ball game. Adam has now driven in 4 in this series, and he has scored 7 times. Adams had a big 4-game set against Texas.
That's how you're the leadoff hitter right there, scoring all those runs, driving them in as well.
Runners off first and second base. Tejada's the lead runner. Odor holding him. Joey Rickard on at first for the RBI. Down the line. That's a fair ball. It'll roll down the chalk. Tejada will score the go-ahead. It'll end up being a double and an RBI for Adam Jones, and the Orioles lead it 6-5.
Wow. And another opposite field hit for Adam Jones. He's terrorizing the Rangers here with this opposite field hitting. 5 now consecutive hits in the opposite field for Adam Jones. And this one, just loving that right field line. He's hanging on, finding a soft spot out there, driving in the go-ahead run. Adam Jones finds himself out in scoring position. Joey Rickard at third base.
Adam picks up his 3rd RBI of the game, and Jones on the year now at 45. Now the infield is drawn in, 1 down. Runners at second and third. Manny Machado, 3 fly ball out so far. Manny will take the pitch inside for a ball. This is where the Orioles wanted the game to be. Get Hamels out of there, get the bullpen in, doing it fairly early here in the 5th inning. Bullpen which is ranked 12th in ERA in the American League. Jeffress to the set, 1-0 delivery, a little chopper, runner not coming. Bayer hands it and makes the play at first. 2 down. Fans, remember, anytime the O's score 4 runs or more, you win free McDonald's Chicken McNuggets. Download McDonald's app today, available at Baltimore area McDonald's. So Joey Rickard, Adam Jones out there in scoring position. And Jonathan Scope, chance to increase the Orioles lead. Home run number 19, that solo shot, 1 for 3 in the game. 7 RBIs in the series. Jeffress' delivery to him is going to be up high for a ball. 19 home runs now for Jonathan Scope, keeping just out of the top 10 in the home run department. He's already moved into the top 10 in RBIs. Came into today's play 9th in runs batted in. One-0 pitch on the way to him, off speed, down and away. 1-1.
Nice breaking ball there. Good right at the end. Location on the outside corner.
Jeffress, an inning and 2/3 against the Orioles with a couple of hits in the previous games. Has not had a run charged against him. Foul back. He is responsible for Adam Jones at second base.
Makes a nasty pitch to get into the count in the outside corner, and then tries to back it up with another slider. And boy, he can get away with one there. Center cut. Cookie. The scope fouls straight back.
Scope waiting on the 1-2. And that's going to be outside. Rinos had set up there. And a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Hamels just kind of staring straight ahead. He becomes the pitcher of record on the losing side for the moment. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ground ball up the middle. That's going to be a base hit. And 2 more RBIs. Jonathan Schoop delivers one more time. And it is 8-5.
Man, Mr. Clutch. Mo money. Another slider on the outside corner. And stays elevated. Gives Jonathan Schoop a good look here. And he takes it right back through the box. A couple stakes on the end. Adam Jones off and running with the 2 outs. You were to read that swing, pick up the knock, and walk home.
Jonathan, he's got a 3 RBI game to go along with Jones. And the Orioles, another big 2-out hit. 2 more runs. And here's Mike Trumbo with 2 down and the runner on at first base. An 8-5 ball game. Trumbo will take it on the inside corner for a strike. Well, the Orioles held the game exactly the way the game plan would be drawn up. And getting Hamels into some long innings in the middle, getting to the bullpen early, and taking advantage of it here in the 6th inning. 0-1 pitch. Trumbo away, 1-1. So Cole Hamels charges 7 runs on 9 hits in 5 1/3 innings. His line is final. Could be the losing pitcher. Came in 4-0. And Jeffers out of the bullpen. He's given up a double and a single and gotten 1 out. One delivery. Trumbo on high heat. 1-2.
Well, it took him a little while to get to Hamels, but they started disregarding the changeup. Hamels did not have it. And, inconsistencies thrown up for strikes. And started waiting out their pitches. Hamels had some frustrating ABs that started in the 4th inning. And when this Oriole offense gets that confidence going, look out. They've been putting up some serious numbers, some big innings. And the 6th inning still going.
Down low.
Man.
2-ball, 2-strike count. Orioles have just preyed on these bullpen pitchers. They got 5 runs, 2 of them earned on Bush in the ball game last night. They got 3 runs against the bullpen game before that. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. Trumbo jammed on a real tough pitch, held onto, and a strikeout. But the Orioles have the big inning to get the lead. Rickard delivering an RBI single. Adam Jones the other way, ended up a double and an RBI, and Jonathan Schoop a 2-out, 2 RBI base hit. Brought to you by T-Mobile. Well, a game this afternoon, the Blue Jays beat the Red Sox 8-6. Justin Smoke, the All-Star, 3 for 5, 2 homers, 3 RBIs. Pedroia in the DH role, 3 for 5, 3-run homer. Not enough, though. The Yankees are playing at the Mariners tonight. Fred Frazier, of course, the newly acquired at third. He's had 2 home runs, 8 at-bats against Felix Hernandez, who goes tonight. 21st career start against the Yankees, 10-6. Tampa Bay's in second place behind Boston by 2.5. They're idle today. If New York can win their ball game, they will be 3.5 behind.
Well, Darren O'Day now into the ball game. Well, the Orioles at the back end with the lead, and it is a fresh back end of the bullpen. Darren O'Day's numbers got bumped up a little bit in the Chicago series, but overall pretty solid. Darren O'Day's been on his game. Once hitting just 195 overall, completely controlling the lefties this season. The first batter just 133.
And the first batter here will be Delino DeShields, who will take the pitch for a strike. O'Day getting in against Texas for the first time in the series. 18th appearance lifetime without a record against the Rangers. 0-1. DeShields chasing one up high and away. And a 2-strike count from Darren.
Such an effective pitch for Darren O'Day. Sinker at the bottom of the zone. Calls it the Jenny Finch, the rising fastball up through the top of the zone.
Oh-2 delivery to DeShields. Stayed away. Orioles bullpen now ranked 6th in the league in ERA. Darren O'Day getting back healthy and ready to go. It's the bullpen again at full strength. 1-2. Shields up high to him. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Offered that at one time, and O'Day tries a couple up there at the top of the zone, but the Shields not going to fool me again here.
Two delivery. Shields takes, and he got the outside corner. O'Day gets a K.
Beautiful slider from Darren O'Day. High fastballs changing the eye level. Yeah, perfect pitch. Starting all over the plate. Marks right to the outer edge. Take a look. Strike, strike, strike. Strike 3.
Just see the frustration building for these Rangers in their at-bats. Thought they had it turned around maybe in the 5th inning when they got those 3 runs, but the Orioles came right back. Here's Sin-Soo Choo, 1 away. Drawn a couple of walks, 3 of them, and scored in the 1st inning. RBI. Beltre picked that one up. 3-run homer hit by Napoli in the 5th inning. Then an RBI double by Gomez, accounting for the Texas runs. 0-1 delivery is inside. He turns away.
He's got him again there. And rushing that fastball up and in. Trying to open up the outer edge.
Chu is 2 for 2. Lifetime off Darren. Delivery went to the outside corner, missed. 2 ball, 1 strike count.
Trying to backdoor the slider there. Nice pitch with the slider to get the Shields. Sneak one in on the outer edge to Chu.
Chu 5th in the league, and the walks picked up at 53. Aaron Judge leads the American League in walks, 66. 2-1 pitch. Second base scope. Big hop. 2 down. Orioles baseball on MASN brought to you by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers on their most exciting lineup ever. Shop ChooseNissan.com. 2 away in the 7th. Base is empty. Adam Jones and Jonathan Scope have had the 3 RBI nights. And a lot of help again up and down the lineup, as has been true in all of these games. Orioles have had contributions from just about everybody. Here's Elvis Andrus, 2 down, bases empty. Andrus scored, reaching on a fielder's choice in the 5th. 0 for 3, chops it foul. He's not had a hit in this series. 0 for 14.
0 for 14, but still pretty healthy numbers there. 283 batting average and 11 homers in the 50 stakes. With all those offers.
O'Day with the delivery, and that'll be there. Miley, 5 runs, 7 hits over 5. Castro an inning, got a strikeout. Castro is now the pitcher of record on the winning side. And O'Day be in here to work probably just 1 inning. Should it be a save situation, Zach Britton is back in that role. 0-2 pitch by O'Day, chopped to him. Over to Davis. Solid inning. Got him out 1, 2, 3. 7th inning stretch time. Coming up, our Mazda do-ups are Davis, Mancini, and Castillo. With the best total savings on select models in Hyundai's history is going on now at your Hyundai dealer. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick, summer night, Camden Yards. Orioles regrouping, storming back after being down 5-1, and now have the 3-run lead. Chris Davis, the only Oriole who did not hit in the 6th inning, leads it off here in the 7th, and will take the pitch up high. Jeffers stays on in relief of Hamels. Mancini and Castillo will be due up. Brad Brock is also up. One-0 delivery to Chris. Orioles putting a real hurt on Texas. They can take this 4-game series. They've outscored them now 33-9. Out-homered them 9-3. Every number in this 4-game set has gone to the Orioles. Pitch in there for a strike, off speed at 80. 1-2.
Already 11 hits in this ball game. Picked up 11 hits in yesterday's ball game. That's 16 It's the day before, and the home runs are starting to mount and pile up.
1-2. Davis in the air the other way, going back at the wall, and goodbye! Home run and another. Chris Davis delivers the long shot, and he hits one the other way. His 17th and his 34th RBI.
And another 4-home run game for the Orioles. They crush a 3 in this series. 17th home run of the year.
So Chris, he too getting the home runs, 3 of them in this 4-game set. And the Orioles extend their lead to 9-5. And a leadoff homer in the inning. Our Alexis Towson drive of the game.
2-strike sinker that leaks back over the plate. Chirino's calling for it in. Giving Crusher a chance, and he just touches this baseball. Carries and carries just enough for the 17th home run.
Pitch will be down to Trey Mancini. Lexus Towson, the area's #1 volume Lexus dealer, 7 straight years. Come see why at lexusoftowson.com. Mancini 0 for 2, and he's been hit by a pitch. Jeffress surrenders 1 of the home runs, 3 given up by Hamels. Popped up shortstop. Elvis Andrus back. And there's the first out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The Orioles open up a 3-game series on Monday, July 31 with the Royals. Game time, all 3 of the games, 7:05. On Tuesday, August 1, all fans will receive a Jonathan Scope t-shirt. Tickets start as low as $15. They are still available. Get yours at Orioles.com or 888-848-BIRD. Castillo's contributions: 2 singles, a walk, and a run scored. Wellington Castillo. The Orioles, with the full home runs in this ball game, now have hit 4 or more 10 times in a game this season. And may not be done yet. Shift on against the Oriole catcher, and the pitch on the inside corner.
Really no let up in this lineup right now. Everybody contributing one way or another.
One ball, 1 strike delivery to him, and that's going to be inside. Texas bullpen numbers are going to get blown up, as happened to the starters, because of the Oriole bats. And a swing and a miss, pitch down and away. Oriole pitchers over the year have actually given up more home runs than the Texas pitching staff. Orioles came in 2nd most, Texas 10th in home runs surrendered, but this series has been a complete flip of that. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Down to 3rd and foul.
Now the Orioles offense, boy, real quiet over the weekend, taking on the Cubs, but came to life. They haven't stopped. Boom, boom, a big part of it. Not tonight, though. Taking the offer.
And the 2-2 delivery on the way. And Steele fights off another one and fouls it off. Looking in that Cubs series, the Orioles were outscored 27-11. In this series, they've outscored Texas 36-9. Same week, same field.
Yeah.
Different teams. 2-2 delivery towards the hole. Second base Odor can't get it. Odor playing over there in the shift, trying to backhand, couldn't get to it. And Castillo's on. That's his third hit and his fourth time on base.
Man, really sparking the bottom of the lineup. Through the right in between Andrews and Odor. Ball kicks up just at the end. Give him his third hit of the ball game.
And the Orioles, 13 hits on the night. Odor not real happy with himself. Thought he had a shot at least stopping that ball from going into the outfield. For Castillo, this is his let's see, 15th multi-hit game and his 6th three-hit ball game for Wellington Castillo. Tejada will take it for a strike. A double single, run scored, and he's grounded out. Barnett in the bullpen. 4-game set. You get to see just about everybody, and I think the Orioles have. Brad Brock is ready to go for the Orioles.
Yeah, Orioles offense wearing everybody out.
Jeffress with the 0-1 delivery. That's going to be in the gap to left center field. Gomez over to get it. Castillo will stay, throw into the cutoff man, comes through to third. Castillo had already held up at second. So add a 3-hit ball game for Tejada. A double and 2 singles.
Boy. 3 hits for Tejada, 3 hits for Castillo, 2 for Rickard. The bottom of the lineup. They've scored 4 runs between them. Making a huge impact in this ball game.
So Tejada gets his 3rd 3-hit game, his 6th multi-hit game. Now Joey Rickard would like to join in that category. Another visit to the mound.
Jumping on Jeffress' sinker right now. Got it timed up. That's a power sinker. He's just throwing it hard, but it's kind of staying on that lateral plane right now. Not getting the sink that he'd like. More pitching coach Doug Brocail.
Jeffress came in with an ERA over 5. Given up 5 home runs in just 32 innings pitched. He's really struggled out of the bullpen. But Texas, right now at least, nowhere else to turn, going with what they got. Joey Rickard will stand in. Last time up, part of the 4-run 6th inning. He got an RBI base hit. 2 singles, 2 runs scored, 2 for 3. 1 down, runners on at first and second. Jeffress delivery, 95 up, strike 1.
Joey Rickard trying to do a little damage right there, getting the elevated fastball. Trying to ambush. There you go, 7, 8, 9 hitters, 8 for 10 tonight. Yow.
I'll keep you in the lineup. 0-1 delivery, breaks to the outside part of the plate. Orioles 3 for 7 with runners in scoring position tonight. Oh, 2, 1 down. Infield, double play depth. Castillo, Tejada, the base runners. Jeffress with the 0-2. Not that time, way outside. Chris Davis starting the inning out with his 17th home run. Now the Orioles trying to add to that run total here in the 7th inning. And the 1-2 delivery, and stayed away and got him. Jeffress gets his 2nd strikeout, 2 down in the inning.
Starting to target that down and away spot. A little change up right there. 91 miles an hour. And Louis Rickard got to protect after the second strike call.
So Adam Jones, another shot at it, and again a chance to add to his RBI totals. 17th home run, 2-run shot. Last time up a double for an RBI, 2 for 4 in the ball game. Runners off first and second, and Jones says check on that. No, he didn't go. I think he loves to do that.
Yeah. A hard slider down and away. Quick check swing, and he knows that the catcher's going to ask for some help. He gets it before him.
Adams got his 8th multi-RBI game. Second time he's had 3 in a game. He has had a 5 RBI ball game. 1-0 count, 2 down. And that will be away. So Jeffers having to throw a lot of pitches. 36 pitches since coming out of the bullpen.
Still staying away from Adam Jones. And 5 hits to right field. 5 of his last hits. Going the other way.
Delivery to him. Adam inside out the other way. Again, it's going to go to right field, but this time Chu is there to put it away. So the Orioles will pick up a run on 3 hits. Chris Davis is the one who gets it done. Davis now with 3 home runs in these 4 games against Texas. Orioles lead it 9-5. To sweeping a 4-game set as they've got a 9-5 lead. Gary Thorne, Mike Bordig, and what we have seen, the Orioles have played these 4 games really just the way you draw it up on the board. If they got behind, they were able to come back, get a starting pitcher out, get to this bullpen that's not good. It's been a heck of a series.
Yeah, it really has. They've been playing some great defense as well, and I think that really showed up at the beginning of this ball game. That really sparked this whole team. You know, it's been basically hits and pitching up to prior to this game. But I think the early plays that the Oriole defense made really kept them up and gave them that ability to fight back against Hamels. He didn't have his A game going. They made him pay.
And if the Orioles can continue, get the win here, Houston's coming in for 3. Everybody was locked in on this 10-game homestand and what it was going to say about where the Orioles go on the road of trading.
Well, it's always going to be a test now for every game from here on out, and they're going to be tested this weekend. You know, and Houston had a big loss though. Carlos Correa might have been a big one for that team, and the Orioles hoping to take advantage of that.
They are indeed. Here's Brad Brock on to do the pitching out of the bullpen.
Getting to the back end of this Oriole bullpen.
Beltre goes after it and pops it way up in the air to Mancini. Trey's there to put it away. Beltre retired. A 2 for 4 for Beltre. 1 down, 8th inning.
Yeah, Castro coming in to be the bridge man, and after Miley worked 5 innings, you get to O'Day, now Brock. You know, Zach Britton's waiting out there potentially to come in.
Clark, who we have not seen in this 4-game set, warming up. That'll bring Napoli up. He delivered his 21st home run in the 5th inning, a blow that put the Rangers up by 5-1 at the time. And they would see that disappear in the middle innings. And the pitch is there for a strike. Oh, and 1. One strike pitch will skip across the plate. Orioles out hitting Texas 14-7, outscoring them 9-5. Out homering them 4-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Chris Davis, 3 in the series. Adam Jones picking up a 2 RBI shot here. Jonathan Scope, big night, 19th home run. Swung on and missed.
Nasty change right there from Brad Brock. Of course, the power fastball cutting across the body. Able to drop that change in there as well. Good late movement.
Ahead on the count. Napoli waiting on a 1-2, and he will chase. A good pitch.
Working the outer edge, and I think Napoli might have been thinking about something else here as that fastball kind of leaks back over 95 miles an hour. You got anything else on your mind other than trying to get on a fastball, and it's going to get by you. It does there.
That'll bring Odor up. 2 down, nobody on. Odor is 0 for 5 against Brad Brock. As the Orioles have pretty much taken the stuffing out of the Texas offense. They've had 1 inning, that 5th inning, and when the Orioles responded immediately in the bottom of the 5th and then more in the 6th, the well has gone dry. Pitch taken away for a ball. Brad Brock working in his 2nd game. He picked up a save in this series. He's given up only 1 hit, 1 walk in the inning that he worked. Not a save situation at the moment. 1-0 pitch. That's kind of the way this series has been for Rougned Odor.
Yeah, always he'd had a rough one. Yeah, really both ends of batting. He kind of broke out of his slump, but didn't he have an 0 for 19 coming in, and then got a couple hits that made him feel a little bit better, but even defensively a little bit off.
Brock with the 1-1 delivery to him, fouled it off down the line in left field. Talking about the Houston Astros coming in, they have lost their great shortstop Carlos Correa. They will, however, get back Colin McHugh. McHugh's going to make his first start of the year on Saturday against the Orioles. He'd been out, arm problems. They finally diagnosed it, an impingement on the elbow, throwing elbow. So he was sidelined since the end of spring training, but they'll bring him back Saturday for his first start. 1-2 pitch on the way. It's interesting that despite all the wins Houston's put up, one, they have played without McHugh for the entire distance, and he was a big part of that pitching staff. And Dallas Keuchel was out for part of the first half of the season.
Yeah. Found a way. Of course, they have a powerhouse offense. And some big bats in there with a lot of thump. And 9 players with 10 home runs or more.
2-2 delivery down to first, and that one will be foul.
They play good defense. It's a high energy team. We talk about that starting pitching. Justin Verlander's name's come up a few times. Potentially get traded. Houston's inquired about him. And even Zach Britton's name's come up. So I think a lot of teams that are potentially heading to the postseason want to bolster their bullpens.
Dodgers for sure. 2-2 delivery on the way, and just able to pull that one out of the catcher's glove. Keeps it alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes. There's Zach Britton. He is back in the closer's role when the opportunities come now. Like Showalter said, he's had enough pitching earlier in games. May not get into this one with a 4-run lead. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Brad Brock waiting for Odor to get back in. And the pitch away. Houston will be faced with an ever commented on situation for the second half of the season. Probably so with the Nationals and the Dodgers. Do you get so far out in front so early that you kind of lose the drive? And do you pull back a little bit, even if you don't want to?
All right. Yeah, and then try to turn it back on at the end.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Brad Brock comes on, retires the side in order, gets a couple of strikeouts. The Orioles 3 outs away from a 4-game sweep. With the best team in the American League, Houston. Osvaldo Jimenez will make the start in game 1. Mike Fiers will be on the mound for the Astros. Our coverage on MASN 6:30. O's Extra presented by Southwest. Game coverage will be at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
And take a look at the Astros season snapshot. At first place in the American League West, 15.5 games ahead of Seattle. Seattle, not much of a chance. They're sneaking in there for the lead. And Astros 3-0 against the Orioles. Osvaldo, you say, making that start. A nice start against them. 6 strong innings, but went no decision. You see the Astros offense first in about every category. 289, scoring over almost 6 runs per game, 155 home runs. They lose a lot, though. We're talking about Correa, 20 home runs this season. Only missing 6 to 8 weeks. And you see the starting pitchers first in that starting rotation.
That's our Coons.com league leaderboard. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons.
And Jose Leclerc into the ball game, 27th appearance. Big arm, this young man. Rushed it up there in the high 90s with the fastball. Slider, change, and curve to go along with it.
Manny Machado leads it off against him, and the pitch will be away for a ball. Well, Leclerc on in relief of Jeffress, who again had problems. Inning and 2/3, 2 runs on 5 hits. 1-0 delivery on the way. Manny will take it away. And there is Zach getting ready to go. Manny Machado's had the 0 for 4 in the ball game. Leclerc's 2-0 delivery to him, and that's going to be up high.
Leclerc just 23 years old. No problem with control and command. That walk rate averaging up over 5, almost 5.5 walks per 9 innings.
3-0 count. And Manny will take it. 4 in a row out of the strike zone. Well, the Orioles get the leadoff man on, bottom of the 8th. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Orioles have drawn 3 walks in the ball game. Jonathan Scope, 3 RBIs, home run, single, 2 for 4 in the game. 7 for 15 with 1 home run and 9 RBIs in the 4 games. And the breaking ball is in there for a strike.
Couldn't find the command with the fastball against Manny Machado. 4 straight out of the zone. So a little adjustment. The feel for the baseball, finishing out in front with the breaking ball. Strike 1.
Clark with the 0-1 count. Short lead at first. Manny. And a check swing didn't go around. Outside 1-1. Leclerc made his major league debut last year with Texas. A dozen games, 4 runs, 11 hits, just 15 innings worked out of the Dominican Republic. 1-1. Scope chases. Leclerc's got a chance. There's one. Relay Odor and turns the double play. 2 down. That'll clear the bases. MLB.com at bat, your #1 mobile app for live baseball for the Orioles. Stay connected with a fully customizable experience. Get Orioles home screen icons, app features, game day, live game video highlights, and more. Download MLB.com at bat today. $14,691 the announced for tonight. 14,691. Seen these Orioles offense make another comeback. Mark Trumbo will take the pitch for a strike. Solo home run picked up as part of that 5th inning, and the Orioles got 3 runs and 3 hits. Mark's now got 16 on the year. 0-1 pitch by Leclerc to him. Will miss.
Trumbo got on a high fastball. A solo shot back in the 5th inning to join that home run parade. Another 4 home run night for the Oriole offense. It is an intimidating lineup. Boy, when everybody starts clicking, as they have been the last few games.
1-1 delivery on the way. Mark, that one had slider movement. 1-2. Be interesting to see if this Texas team looks any different against the Orioles a week from Friday. The Orioles are going to be a week from tomorrow in Texas. Play the Rangers again in a 3-game set. Trumbo 1-2, 2 down. And a foul tip that'll be held on to. So that will retire the side, and the Orioles will go to the 9th inning. Zach Britton looks like he will come in and try and put it away. Jackson is brought to you by Southwest. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency. So the Orioles look to wrap up a 4-game sweep against Texas. They lead at 9-5, 9th inning.
And Zach Britton into the ball game. Nice to see the three-headed monster back with O'Day, Brock, and Britton. And see Britton's numbers on the year. Opponent batting average still way up there, but that will come down as the innings start to pile up for Britton. Getting hit a little bit early on. Of course, that strained forearm, I think, had something to do with that. And able to finish that fastball with the incredible late movement.
LaCroix will bat the DH. 0 for 2 and a walk in the game. And the pitch taken down low for a ball. Baltimore swept a 4-game series against Texas here in 2014, end of June, 1st of July. They've also swept a series in Texas that was 4 games. That'll go to Jonathan Scope. Play made, one away. LaCroix's out.
Oriole infield better be ready for some ground balls with Zach Britton on the bump. Man, gets it up there about 80% ground ball rate.
That 2014 sweep, 4 games, that's the last sweep of any kind that the Orioles have had against the Rangers. Game didn't look like it was going to end up that way. It started out with a 5-1 lead for Texas. The middle innings, the Orioles went at it. Here's Gomez, a base hit, double RBI. He is 1 for 3 in the ball game. Carlos Gomez will chop it foul. Castro, who came on in relief of Miley, worked an inning, a strikeout, stands to be the winner. It'll be his second. He'll be 2-1. Cole Hamels will take the loss, his first of the year, 4-1. He will drop to 1-4 lifetime against the Orioles. 0-1 count on Gomez. Go to short, Tejada. 2 down.
Nice play there. Right, Tejada. Ball coming in hot. Able to get it in front of it and set up that backside with the strong throw from deep in the hole.
Wade Miley left the ball game, the Orioles starter, after 5 runs on 7 hits, and since then, against the Orioles bullpen, Texas has not had a base runner. Fans up, 2 down, nobody on. Robinson Chirinos, the catcher. He's had a double, 2 Ks. And the pitch will miss for a ball.
Yeah, Orioles bullpen healthy and filthy as ever. And in addition to Castro out there, who's starting to feel more comfortable at the big league level. You see that confidence in zipping that 98-mile-an-hour fastball in there.
Britton will miss outside, 2-0.
And of course, let's not forget Givens and Donnie Hart before you get to the back end. And Blyer as well. My goodness. It's a strong bullpen for sure.
Two-0 delivery on the way, and a strike on the outside corner. Chirinos will turn. Have a word. Craig Gibson, the umpire. Two 2-1 pitch on the way.
Trapdoor fastball, 97 miles an hour from Zach Britton. Late movement right in front of the plate.
2-2. Zach takes it full. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Chirinos waiting on it, down to third. That is a fair ball. It'll roll into the corner. Mancini going over to get it. Chirinos will head to second base. And the Texas catcher ends up with a 2-bagger with 2 down here in the 9th inning.
Well, typically the hits, if they do happen to find some holes, will be on the ground. And Chirinos finding some room right down the third base line. Getting by Manny Machado with the high chopper. Actually questionable here. Take a look, man. That's close.
Delano to Shields. Leadoff batter struck out twice. Fielder's choice and a ground ball out. Runner at second. 2 down. Britton's delivery. That'll be a strike in the outside corner. Second game in the series for Zach. Giving up 3 hits in an inning and 2/3. No runs. 0-1 delivery. Double by Chirinos breaks the streak of 11 in a row retired by the bullpen. One delivered to Shields takes, and it's a strike.
Shields has been turning around all night. Not liking any of the calls. A couple borderline pitches on the outside corner. He didn't like the height of this one. As the Britton fastball dive bombs down in the bottom of the zone.
Again, a strike away from ending it. 1-2 delivery on the way, bounces. Steele makes the nice stop on it. Holds the runner. Chirinos back to second. 2-2.
Always tough to even block balls for Britton because his arm's so short and quick. He just gets on you.
Orioles 9 runs in the middle 3 innings of this game. 4, 5, 6, and 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes. DeShields waiting on it. Hits him in the batter's box. Stays at 2-2.
The top ball. Good sign for Britton. Buck Joel kind of waiting until he saw that kind of life from the Britton fastball. His last outing, he was on his game. Everything good late movement at the bottom of the zone. Same thing tonight. Well, better safe than sorry, right? Have a little meeting. Britton not liking the fingers that Castillo was putting down. Castillo said, better get on the same page here. Got by the veteran catcher.
That's why Buck's in favor of having the football microphone headsets available for pitchers and catchers.
Yeah.
So they don't have to go out. My guess is they go out anyway.
yeah, probably.
What? What'd you say? What? You hear me now? 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 down. And that's going to be a wild pitch. And that will move Chirinos over to third base. This is called the agony of the end right here.
Take a look at the pitch here. Britton throwing the breaking ball, spiking it in front of the plate. And bouncing up and over that right shoulder. Steal.
Three and 2 on Delino DeShields, and he walks it.
Shields showing some good patience on some borderline pitches. Britton got to get right back in the zone.
Bringing him on for a warm-up for the Houston series. He needs to get this batter for it to stay in that category.
Yeah.
Or he'll end up throwing more pitches than Buck really wanted. Sin-Soo Choo, 3 walks, runs scored, 0 for 1, look out.
That'll get your attention. Britton is primarily working down around the knees. He loses one up and in. Choo's been hit a couple times in this series. 7 up and in there.
Choo's got a 1 for 9 lifetime off Zach. Britton again conferring with Chirinos. 2 on, 2 down. Goes the runner. Pitch for a strike. DeShields goes down. Fielder's choice. And a 1 ball, 1 strike count. Fans been standing a long time waiting for the third out.
Right.
Here's the 1-1 delivery on the way, and that's going to go up the middle, and that's going to be a base hit. Chirinos will score. DeShields will score. And Choo, unwilling to surrender an at-bat, gets 2 RBIs out of it. And it's a 9-7 game, and hang on.
Oh, boy. Yeah, another chopper, another ground ball. Another hole found here. Right up over the head of Britton. And just past the diving effort of Tejada. The ball just pounded into the earth. Finding a hole with a couple RBI on the end. Flyer up in the O's bullpen.
And now you're getting into the middle of the order. This power hitting Texas team. Roger McDowell out. Elvis Andrus coming up. He is 2 for 7 lifetime off Britton. And the Rangers get the potential tying run to the plate in the top of the 9th inning.
Boy, didn't expect that.
Claudio, the closer for Texas, is up to throw. A lot more interesting than the Orioles wanted it to be. Two down, runner at first. Andrus way outside.
Well, it's definitely never easy, but of course at times Zach Britton has made it look very easy out there on the bump. Finding some holes right now as the Rangers offense. A couple ground balls finding their way through.
1-0 delivery is there. Andrus with home run power. He's picked up 11 this year. 50 RBIs, scored a run in the ballgame. He still has not had a hit in this series. He's 0 for 4, 0 for 14 in the 4 games. 1-1, runner off first. Britton's delivery to him. In the air to right field, ball backing up. Still room near the wall, and that's the ball game. Joey Rickard goes back to haul it in. So Texas will pick up a couple of runs here in the 9th inning. They do it on 2 hits, no errors, and will leave a base runner. The Orioles sweep 4 from the Rangers. 9-7 the final. Castro the winner, 2-1. Hamels the loser, 4-1.